striving for glory and fame. See the bombers fly up, up. The other teams they don't fear. They all try their best, but they can't get near as the bombers fly up. Sons of the West, red, white, and blue. We come out snarling, bulldogs through and through. Bulldogs bite and bulldogs roar. We give our very best. 'Cause you can't beat the boys of the bulldog breed. We're the team of the mighty West. Sons of the West, red, white, and blue. We come out snarling, bulldogs through and through. Bulldogs bite and bulldogs roar. We give our very best. 'Cause you can't beat the boys of the bulldog breed. We're the team of the mighty West. 'Cause you can't beat the boys of the bulldog breed. The team of the mighty
Alright, good everyone, welcome back to another live watch along on the channel. We've got a beauty here tonight, Essendon and the Western Bulldogs. First game of round 19, no more Thursday games anymore. So, for anyone wondering why I didn't upload my tipping video on Tuesday, if you don't know, I upload my tips on the Wednesday, 2 days before the first game. So, there's just that for you. Yeah, should be a good one tonight. 7th versus 8th. On the ladder, so this one will surely shape the top 8. Both teams heading into this game off disappointing losses. I'm sure there's plenty of upside to look with both games, with both teams. Essendon, I felt they'll beat around the ball way too easily from Geelong's tough midfield when they are up and about. And yeah, meanwhile for the Bulldogs, well, stats-wise they were very good against Sydney, but failed to capitalise with their chances and not very effective through their dominant stoppage and contested work. So they would be filthy with dropping that game. So I am tipping the Bulldogs. They are the favourites. I think they get it done. I saw as well they have a good record against Essendon. So Yeah, I think they might back them with a bit of confidence. But I'm pretty bullish on Essendon, though, for them to really get up and about for this game. They play well at Marvel. They've been pretty competitive against good teams this year. And, yeah, Marvel seems to be their comfort space or their playpen almost. And it's a home game for them, too. So I'm expecting them to turn up. But yeah, it's a big one. It is really big. I mean, 8th versus 7th. We'll have a 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐼𝐻 on a live ladder at the moment. It's both teams on 36 points, pretty much the same percentage, 103, 101. So yeah, looking at it, I mean, next week Essendon have the Swans. Next week the Bulldogs have the Giants. So the Bulldogs, I mean, look at the next 5 games. The Doggies do have, to be fair, they've got Hawthorn and West Coast. So you think you punch in 2 wins right there. But then, yeah, with Essendon, they've got Essendon and North. So both teams have probably 2 games you'd lock in for a win. So it's about these 50-50 ones between Essendon and the Bulldogs. But yeah, the Doggies, if they want to win tonight, they've got to be better with ball use. That's what hurt them last week. And I think they're top 4 they're a top 4 clearance side, like always. They're very good in that area. But they can, at times, be good inside 50, but most of the time, not very good. And then, yeah, for Essendon, I think with 𝐓𝐡𝐞 they sort of struggled with the narrow ground. They had an inability to sort of have their chip mark system and couldn't really get the ball in their forward half. So I think with an inexperienced young side they still have, plenty of lessons will be learnt from that game. So I think that's now completely past them. So I expect them to turn up. And I think usually when they're up and about, their pressure ground level's really, really good. So that's how the Swans beat them. So Essendon have every chance to do it as well. But yeah, hopefully everyone's going well in the chat. Egg Footy, AFL legend Tim Taranto. Oh, bloody Tim Taranto. Who'd have thunk it? Tim Taranto's in the house. How bloody good. G'day, Aussie Trump fan. Hopefully going well, mate. Tip the dice by 10. Looking forward to a good game. Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, as a Swans fan, you and I, mate, I think this is sort of the dislike teams cup, I guess you can say, because usually religiously as a Swans fan, you sort of dislike the Bulldogs for that game we shall not name of, and Essendon just in general. But they're both teams I've really enjoyed watching this year when they're up and about, especially Essendon. So yeah, should be a beaut. This Essendon's first Friday night game. Yeah, no, it's been a while. I mean, this is my first Essendon game I've streamed this year. Because usually I stream the primetime games, or the first games of the round, and the Swans games. Swans have versus Essendon. Essendon have barely had any primetime games or first of the round games. I could probably add in a bit of Saturday night footy streaming, but usually, I'm either busy or I just like to just sit back and, do a bit of editing or whatever, or just watch the footy, Bit of time for myself. G'day, Nicky. I'm going well, thanks. Hopefully going well yourself. Yeah, that's exactly right, AFL legend. Yeah, those next 5 games, at least 2 wins for both clubs, you'd think. So I get the race for the 8's very even, but at the same time, the fixtures really do come into play, because North and West Coast are just automatic wins. Who do you think for the Brownlow? Oh, got to be Nick Dacos, absolute superstar he is, mate. I think he's looking the goods now. Got to obviously have a strong finish. Also Bont and Petrarca. Obviously with Petrarca, without Clary and mostly a lot of dominance from Gorney's, a good chance to poll quite a few votes. But yeah, Dacos is just head and shoulders above the best player in the competition at the moment. Taranto's a good chance as well. But yeah, I just think Dacos has had the most best on ground games out of many other players. So that probably gives him the edge. Maybe a draw, I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be superb witnessing Dacos potentially win. If he does, second year play, how about that? Do you get tired doing 2 or 3 streams? Oh, it's not really tiring. It's just, I don't know the word. I can't really think of the word, but a bit of effort goes into it. Obviously commentary and all that, and the graphics and stuff. I wouldn't say it's tiring, but it's like a bit of a balance, I guess you could say. Obviously I can go all overkill and stream as much as I want, but I want to find a balance, obviously. G'day James, go to the Dogs. Yeah, the favourites, mate. Hopefully I get up. I've been a die-hard Tiger supporter for years. It's lovely to hear, mate. Obviously you would have been up and about with the with them getting the cup in 2017 and 19. And yeah, I was actually in Melbourne on grand final day in 2017. Saw some family down there, and the old man and I went for a bike ride out to the MCG, and it was bloody packed outside. Can't remember what we did. I think we just walked around, and there was all these crap going on outside and stuff. Siren's pretty loud though. Like you can hear it from quite a while away. Do you ever go to Brumbies or Raiders games since you live in Canberra? Yeah, when I was younger, Dad and I always used to go to actually quite a number of Brumbies games. But yeah, not really anymore. We didn't really go to Raiders games. Not really too much into the NRL. Don't go for a team. I mean, I probably should go for the Raiders, but from what I witnessed, the Raiders seem to be like just the meme of the competition with the Canberra Milk and all that. So yeah, I don't know. I can't see anyone. Nick Dacos. Yeah, potentially AFL legend. Yeah, I guess I agree with you to an extent, but I like to keep as level-headed as possible. But yeah, I mean, every chance he wins it convincingly, and I think he probably does. Well, at the moment, he's probably leading by a decent, a healthy amount. You'd assume. Anyway, let's have a look at the teams. 2 minutes to go to the first bounce, so around 2.5 minutes or so. So yeah, a few changes for both clubs. Nick Cox, this is his first game this year, I think. Is this his first game? I'm pretty sure it is. Well, we all know he's a highly talented utility player, over 200 centimetres, very athletic, very versatile. Yes, this will be his first game this year. He's had a lot of long-term injuries throughout his short career so far, so it'll be interesting to see what they'll do. Do they play him on a wing? Do they play him forward with Langford and Wright? Try and get the forward mix right. Wiedemann certainly didn't work last week. Phillips, that's a big end to try and combat with Tim English and try and negate him a wee bit around the ground. Jai Menzie, well, he's a bit of a talent, but he lacks a bit of polish, so he's dropped, and Wiedemann obviously dropped. Nick Hines, the sub. Bailey Williams, a sub for the Dogs, which is interesting because usually he's one of their main wingmen, but looks like they're deciding to stick with Caleb Poulter and Oscar Baker. He comes back in the team. Poulter's been in good form. Bailey Smith back in the team after being dropped. Hopefully he can regain some form. Buku Kamis, he's been one I think the Doggies fans have been crying out for to come back in the team with a lot of key position players being very inconsistent. James O'Donnell, Seam Darcy, two key position players that are injured. Josh Bruce comes back in the team. I don't think that's from injury. I think it's just because he's been that shit, so he's back. So yeah, a lot of inconsistent players for the Bulldogs in and out of the side. So yeah, few big changes. All right, let's get this show on the road, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Under a minute to play. Under a minute to the first bounce, I should say, not a minute to play. So yeah, the Dons back at their play pen of Marvel. Expect them to lift here. But the Doggies have a very good record against Essendon. But yeah, the Dons, on the other hand, a very win-loss record, that is. Very poor against top 8 sides. So yeah. 𝐓𝐴 says, being an AFL fan, Queensland's a struggle, never been to a league at Suncorp. Yeah, no, it's definitely... They're very, very dominant over there in Queensland. I mean, Canberra's a wee bit more neutral. It's not really... I mean, I guess from a whole, it's probably more rugby union, rugby league supported, but there's definitely a balance. There's no really dominant sport. But yeah, Queensland's the obvious one. Anyway, seems like a cracking atmosphere over there in Marvel. It's 7th versus 8th. Massive ramifications for the loser here. But it's big reward, whoever gets up tonight. We're underway. Friday night footy for round 19. Jeez, the season's gone by fast. Who gets the first clearance here? Stringer. And through to Archie Perkins. Talented player inside 50. Langford flies. Drops the mark. Peter Wright falls to his lap. The snapping kick. It bounces home. What a start for the Dons. Beautiful stuff. Straight from the centre bounce. Falls in Peter Wright's lap and he slots home the first. Well, there we go. How about that? No, I don't know if they're going well, mate. Oh, so you're from... Yeah, I think you've said that before, is he, Trevor? I think you've said you're from North Queensland or something, so yeah. Or Kent. It's something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've said you're from QLD. But yeah, no, when I was an apprentice carpenter, my boss, you know, he's like a salt the earth old fella. Good guy. He was. He was born and bred in like rural Queensland and stuff, and he was telling me like, oh, when I was young, we never even heard of AFL. So yeah, it's actually quite dominant in Queensland. But yeah, underway with the next centre bounce. 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐼, the star player, gets the centre clearance here for the Doggies inside 50. Punched out from McGrath. Triggles out to Ridley. Good pressure there from Poulter. McGrath ground level is clean. Now Laverde, hands and ball with Paul. Treloar on the intercept, smacks it forward. It's a bobbling ball. Jeez, this could bounce through. The bounce won't favour. 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐼 rushed it through. And collides with the goalpost, if you don't mind. Well, this is a high-octane start from both teams. Centre clearance each, and now Redman. He's had a very good year. Kicks it out towards half-back. Sam Durham, another one of those young, talented players for the Dons. I think he came from the rookie draft, correct me if I'm wrong, or the mid-season. And McGrath gets the hands out. Durham, dispossessed, boundary throw. G'day AFL time, welcome to the stream, hopefully going well. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, fellas, if you haven't already. The subscribe account, it was working, I don't know why it's not. Because obviously if you've followed the streams, the actual correct analytics are not working. But there we go, now they are. Beautiful. Alright, now Bailey Dale. Liberatoy, that's a great tackle from Stringer. Just gets it out, Libber. Out to a patch of grass. Poulter picks it up. Back to Callum Daniel. By foot, usually a great kick. 𝐵𝐼𝐿𝐼 on the end of it. I saw also on social media, 𝐵𝐼𝐿𝐼's never polled a Brownlow vote against an Essendon side. So, from what history says, he has a bit of a, well, could have a good game, but not really a dominant game. So, that should be interesting. Two-man to Peter. Hugh Bencher kick the first. And he was out in the full. So now Essendon reset out the other side. Nick Martin. He's had a superb year, of course, as well. Inboard to Stringer. Shaky now. That's a good kick in favour of Laverde. Bruce unable to intervene. Smack forward. Not a bad pick up there from 𝐓𝐿𝐼, but it's a high tackle they've given away here. Eddie Richards now, he's been in some great form too. Patrolling across half-back for the Dogs. A nice kick outboard there towards the other side of the ground to Norton. Kick from Norton. Doesn't really work there for Keith. I don't know what Keith's doing up the ground. Unless he started forward. Stringing out, short kick. Laverde. Bombers in the only team. Yeah, now there you go. As I stated before. Interesting fact. I mean, usually Bont seems to sort of not really get out of form, but usually he doesn't really show his dominance best. Usually the last few games of the round. Anyway, that's a great mark and kick from Nick Cox finds Langford in a bit of a gap. Yeah, that was beautiful there from good old Nick Cox. First game this year. Nice one-on-one mark. But yeah, he's just got such long arms, Nick Cox. Long levers. Long arms, whatever you want to say. Anyway, Langford now. Jeez, he's been great this year. So many underrated plays for the Dons this year. This guy's been superb. He's been trialled across many areas of the ground throughout his career. He's been injury prone. He's had inconsistencies, but he's starting to strive as a forward. Bagging goals home for fun. And he kicks the Dons second. Well, this is a bright start here for Essendon. Been able to make the most of their chances early on. 2 goals, 12 to 0 goals, 1. There you go. See a bit of miscommunication there between English and Bruce. No one was able to get on Langford there. Anyway, Phillips hacks it forward. What defender there from Dale. Now Poulter. Inboard to McRae. Chisels a kick towards the wing. Finds Bontempelli, who has been one of their best players, of course, this year. Now Ed Richards. Inside 50 towards an outnumbered situation. Ridley, who has been superb as well. Just so many of these Dons and Bulldogs plays. Whenever they have a ball in hand, they've been very good. Now Kelly out of the fence. Tim English gets in a good spot with the intercept. Nice short kick finds Caleb Daniel. Usually a great kick inside 50, this man. 𝐓𝐴 𝐼𝐻𝐪 on a short option. Does he want to find someone deep? 𝐼𝐗𝐺𝐵 redoing his lead. And the kick's in his favour. Can't take the mark. Bailey Smith now. Dropped last week. Can he make an impact tonight? That's a good tackle there from Caldwell. Ball up. G'day, Deck as well with the stream, mate. Bulldogs are not making the 8, says Josh. Yeah, if they drop this game tonight, they... I mean, again, they have a few favourable games, but... Yeah, no, they do have to start winning. Unfortunately, I can't random. Anyway, Team English out of the ruck. Laverde and 𝐓𝐴 𝐼𝐻𝐪 one-on-one. Bontempelli can't pick up the ground ball. Still alive here. And 𝐓𝐴𝐻𝐪 holds it in. Ball up. Yeah, no, I would if I could random things, but, you know, copyright all that whatnot. Unfortunately, that's to spoil the party, my friend. Team English now, the hit out. Durham. I don't think they'll be deliberate because his hit as he kicked. And it isn't. 7 contested possessions each. It's a hot start in the cold face for both clubs, but Essendon have been much better with use inside 50. They've had 2 inside 50s for 2 goals in the Dogs. Well, this is just same old. Poor kick efficiency. And they've had 5 entries for 1 point. Kelly now gets it out. Wakeman without the footy. Redmond now puts Snelling under the pump a wee bit. Turnover now through 𝐵𝐺𝐻𝐵, the former Hawk. Long ball inside 50. Who's up here? Good spoil from 𝐵𝐴𝐻𝐾 𝐎𝐥𝐻. Falls to Norton. Bailey Smith trying to break free. Hands it out to 𝐼𝐗𝐺𝐵 on his favoured left. He goes on his right. Great smother from BZK. Or 𝐵𝐴𝐻𝐾, whatever the initials are. Poulter now. He can go for the check side and the kick. Wrong side of the post. That's 2 points now for the Doggies. I reckon both teams will make the 8 because they're easy fixtures. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, just what the ladder says. It's really alive for both teams. And, you know, you look at a few fixtures and you feel like, except for North, Hawthorn and West Coast, you look at a few fixtures like last week, you know, probably nearly everyone would have probably tipped Adelaide. Like, those are games you expect them to win, but, you know, a few of those games you can drop. Anyway, now, Laverde out across to Ridley. Out across to 𝐵𝐴𝐻𝐾. Trying to slowly build up play here. And they've got a pocket of space now. Ronan Curry coming through Redmond. He can launch it long. The low darting kick towards half forward. Doesn't really favour Brian, but he's able to get a good hand in it. Out to Peter right now. Finds the centering ball. Nick Martin in a good spot. Stringer in an even better one. Ball bobbles out. Snelling and Eddie Richards go at it. Sock it out from Richards there. And is that going to be deliberate? It is deliberate. Okay. Usually when it's like a slow bouncing ball towards the boundary, they seem to call that one as a bit of a boundary throw, but not there. Yeah, that's right. Coasty, welcome stream, mate. Hope you're going well. Caldwell inside 50. Out, falls out the back. Poulter now. Gardner. Just a long high kick out of the fence. He's got to go here, Nortman. That's a good chest mark. Important. Moving high up the ground. Norton now chipping ball out across the wing to Caleb Poulter. Few early touches for him so far. Can he get a mirror behind the screen where we can see it? You can't get copyright. That's actually a very good idea, but yeah. Yeah, I have to try and think of something like that. It's good. It's gonna install a big mirror on my wall over there so you can just see my chair and myself and then the screen in the corner of your eye. Anyway, Bulldogs moving across the paddock here. Bit of a miss kick. Ball falls to the ground. Hobbs very clean. Merritt his first touch. Out of Redmond, he's had a few. Out towards the wing. Langford, good body work. Can he keep it in? He can't. Boundary throw on centre wing. Nick Bryan hit out. 𝐓𝐴 unable to get an effective disposal. Merritt extracts it out. Caldwell bangs it forward. High towards half forward. 3-on-3 here. 𝐼𝐗𝐿 good in the contest with the intercept. Short kick now, Ed Richards. Another short one to 𝐴. He's had a few marks so far. Kick now out across to 𝐼𝐵. He can get it and go. Scuttles along the boundary. Inside 50. It's not a great kick in the favour of 𝐻𝐿𝐿 and Kelly. Very strong one-on-one. With a nice intercept. And back to 𝐻𝐿𝐿 will go. 𝐻𝐿𝐿 now out across to Ridley. This is what the Dons like to do. Like to be cautious coming out of defence. Get a few touches with their defenders and try and find some pockets of space. And maybe get a few running defenders through with a bit of running carry. 𝐻𝐿𝐿 under pressure now out across to Kelly. Out across now to Ben Hobbs, who started the season a little bit in and out of the side, but now he's playing every week. And he's going to be a bit of a player, you definitely see. You can definitely tell. Did you see Don Pike slot one from the impossible angle at Optus? No, I haven't seen that. I'm guessing that's on the socials or something. Would have been a beauty. Did he kick a drop punt? And 𝐵𝐴 out's a nice fist out towards Poulter, and he does another one at Richards. On his favoured left. 𝐻𝐿𝐿 can fly here. Another great mark there from Kelly. Doing well in the marking contest so far, the Dons. Especially in defence. Yeah, kick the drop punt. Yeah, wowee. Very nice. Anyway, g'day, Badger. Hopefully going well, mate. Welcome to the stream. Plenty of the footy from Jake Kelly so far, and it's a nice kick favouring Durham. Good contested mark there. Going to go on his left now, inside 50. Tim English is back with a flight. Gets a bit of a slap or a hand in. 𝐼𝐿𝐿's kick, not a good one. I think they'll be paid deliberate. Or not, stays in. It's got to go out first. And it finally does. Almost there from Langford in the forward pocket. Boundary throw. 𝐵𝐴 now out to Smith, out to 𝐼𝐵. Hucks it forward. They need to find something in the air here, the doggies. This is probably where they're struggling. Not really winning at ground level, and they can't find anything in the air. The Don's defenders are defending well so far. Isn't it Ryle's birthday soon? Oh, birthday, bloody hell. Good 8 or 9 months away, or 6 or 7 away. It's in February, my birthday. Yeah, g'day, Riley. Hopefully going well, mate. We're on the stream. Hopefully you're going well, mate. Another mark. Bloody hell. Ridley and Jake Kelly, they've just been eating everything up so far. Do you reckon we should trade our first pick for Barris in this trade period? It's a perfect addition, in my opinion. Probably not necessarily age demographic wise, because he's going to be, 27 and a half or 28 by round 1 next year if we get him in. You're only really getting at least, at best, probably 5 or 4 years of his prime form. But the biggest thing we need is a lockdown defender to pair with McCartan. So I don't mind it, but, you know, at least boss Kenny Beatson stated all last year, like, about the reason why we traded last year and the reason why we, you know, wanted to get more picks is just because of this year's draft is going to be so good. So, yeah, there's that to think about. So, I don't know. I think I think we're a very good chance to get 𝐼𝐵. I'd much prefer getting 𝐼𝐵 for nothing. Even though I think with compensation, we'll probably lose one of our second-round picks for 𝐼𝐵. And then, yeah, we'll be able to still try and get Caden Cleary, 𝐬𝐴𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝, probably Caleb May in the rookie, the ruckman. And yeah, maybe he gets that O'Sullivan guy from watching in the under-18 championships, that key defender. I think he got the Allies MVP. He looks to be a good one, 198 centimetres. I like the look of him. Of course, like the mids, you can't go past. Riley Sanders. I think 𝐓𝐴𝐞 could be top 3, probably. Even Zane Dersmer, of course. So many options, but I don't know. So I'd sort of say yes and no. I feel like. Yeah, no. It was back in Feb. Badger, mate. 20 years young, my friend. I'm well, officially. Tomorrow, ticket off. Watching all 8 teams live in the grounds when I go to the Hawks and Tigers tomorrow. Yeah, no. Should be good, mate. Enjoy. I think the Hawks are a good chance to maybe nab the win. I don't know. It depends what Hawks side turns up, but I think the midfield can really challenge the Tigers. I think a few of the mids have been very good. Freo Sydney, Geelong, Brisbane, West Coast, Port Adelaide, Hawthorn, their final 6. Yeah, probably maybe lock in the Hawthorn win at West Coast, but yeah, there's a number of tricky ones. But yeah, I think that season is probably done anyway. Like even if they win, their percentage is very low. Jeez, that's a poor kick out of the fence. Intercepted from 𝐵𝐵. 6:45 to play. The ball's just been really in essence possession for almost this whole first quarter. The Bulldogs are repelling into the fence. Keith now, they just can't find a mark to get numbers forward. Just to reset things. 𝐵𝐵, nice hands in board to Zach Merritt. Inside 50, here goes Richard with the big spoil. Hobbs now under it. Can't effectively dispose of it, and that's going to be on the ball. He brought that back in. It's a good call from the umpire. We have to tag Bolton. Yeah, no, definitely get McGuinness on him. There's a few options you can go to. You know, Dusty if he's in there, and of course Taranto, but definitely Shea Bolton. Because he's the one that can really get the ball forward and cause probably the most influence and impact. Inside 50 and definitely in centre bounces. Anyway, finally they'll find a bit of a chain. The Doggies through. Buku Kamisi wants to have the short kick. That's a nice one. Anthony Scott will line up for around 40, 35 out. Slight angle. Yeah, it is a wee bit AFL time. I mean, Dons are struggling to hit their targets inside 50. And the Dogs can't even get out of forward half, but they have a chance here. Warple can lock down Taranto, I think. Yeah, I mean, at least Warple, even though he's a bit of a spud sometimes with his kicking, he's an accountable player. Anyway, it's a great kick from Scott. It's home. Doggies have their first. Much needed goal for 𝐓𝐡𝐞. 4-point margin. At least Fremantle will have an easier fixture next year. Yeah, it's true. Very, very true. And, you know, another year into a few of those young players, definitely, too. I mean, Matt Johnson and Erasmus and Jai Amos with big pre-seasons you predict, you'd expect. I mean, that could be on, yeah, for a few of those young players to really lift. I mean, Goulden's, like, for example, with the Swans, like, Goulden's really taken the next step this year. Putting a lot of bit of size in the pre-season. Probably improved his work ethic, his work rate and capacity. Well, that's a bit of a tough one, VD, because honestly, that game they lost could probably be a bit of a season killer. There's Buku Kamisi's doing a bit of pitching in the ruck. Phillips looks like twice the size of him. Bloody hell. Anyway, Zach Merritt now. Short, chiseling kick. That's a poor one. Not really like a Zach Merritt type of kick. Needs to improve on that. Needs to improve on that left boot. That's not 15 there from McRae. Oscar Baker now. Hand pass does favour Richards now. Can't get the hand pass over the top. Well defended from 𝐵𝐵. It's like 90%, 95% instant defence. Yeah, no, it's a bit of a turnout. Top 8 will be tight. Yeah, definitely will be. A lot of teams on 36 points. Parrish now reads it beautifully from the Phillips hit out. Out to cross to Merritt. The kick again. Just couldn't favour Peter Wright. But it's good territory. Only throwing just outside their half forward.
This is what happens when you've got a number one ruckman against, the part-timer going in there. So they've already got an advantage, 9-4 around the clearances, and Phillips has another opportunity here. Does it again, Richard. Straight to Parrish.
Parrish now inside 50. Oh, falls at the back here for 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Obviously missed. Got to be kicking those. Couldn't get the cherry picking opportunity at the back. 5-point margin.
Throughout the season, Bulldogs are rated 7th for clearances, Essendon are 18, but so far Essendon are winning 10 clearances to 4, dominating in that area. Those last two, as JB pointed out,
Richards now. Short to McRae.
English is not going to be able to have much of a spell tonight.
McRae now down the line. And it's going to be a free here to Phillips. Yeah, no, you are right, AFL legend. Like, it is bloody close. Anyway, Peter Wright gets up. Bonton, the hole did well. Pressure applied was very good too. Bailey Smith, that can go now. Bontempelli, the kick into space. Just kind of favours Scott's a big one-on-one here against 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Oh, nice there from Riley West. Good evasion. He gets it back to Scott. Over the top to Bont. Can he go on his right foot? Bontempelli, the kick. Oh, the bounce didn't favour. Point there for the doggies. Sure will be, Badger. And still annoyed because, like, what the thing that is annoying is I'm bloody keen to watch the Port Adelaide and Collingwood game, but I sort of can't because the geniuses who made the fixture decided, let's put both games, because we never do, let's put both games at the same time. They're both going to be at 7:40. Like, at least have our game 20 minutes before, so when our game finishes, I can watch the final quarter of, probably that's going to be a potential game of the year. So, like, obviously it does suck a bit, but sort of this is what we get. Being a team that's almost in the bottom four versus a team that's in the bottom four. Sort of our reward for being shit. But no, obviously keen for the stream and keen for the game tomorrow night. I mean, obviously got to mathematically count us, and even Fremantle with a chance to make finals, but definitely having to treat every game like an Elam final. Anyway, Hobbs now dishes out across to Kelly, out across now to 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Out of defence he goes towards the direction of Stringer. And Spalled out. 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Jeez, he got up there on the hit out. Falls to Phillips. And he gets it forward. Should have marked that one. Bailey-Dale. Stringer applies the pressure. Nice from Bruce. Gets it out to Vandermeer. Nice tackle from Merritt. Bruce leaves it behind. Socket forward now. He's in a bit of space here. Langford. Can he get it and go? Nice pick up. Turns on his left boot. And that's a great hit up. Peter Wright. Beautiful stuff there from Langford. And the big two-man of Peter can line up for the Dons third. And Luke Beveridge, not too happy. Peter Wright, usually a great kick for goal. He slots it home, the Dons. Brilliant start. They've had this first quarter. Most of the ball's been in their forward half and been very strong defensively too. 3 goals, 1-19. 1 goal, 3-9. Adelaide and Perth hosting games on the same night. Yeah, it probably explains why maybe both games are starting at the same time, just because of the time differences. I don't know, like, it's still sort of annoying. They just have one game at a different time, like 20 or 30 minutes. They usually have that on Saturday night. They usually have like one game I don't know, 7.20 and the other one's 7.40. But oh well. Nice there from two-man Peter. Slots home a much needed one to get out to a bit of a buffer now. Darcy Parish with the clearance on his non-preferred. It's a good kick out in the favour of Guelph. Just a few plays, a bit of wet paint across their shoulders and arms. Nick Martin now. Gets it and goes. Beautiful acceleration. The kick's a wobbler, but it falls nicely in the lap of Langford. Great start here, Essendon. Well, can they get another goal from a centre bounce here? Yeah, there you go. AFL legend, yeah. Something like that, but... yeah, oh well. Would have been nice. Langford now. Round the corner, the kick. I don't know. I think he's missed. Yes, he has. Should have kicked that one. Meant to play. Bailey Dale to kick it in. Short now to Baz. Short to Caleb Daniel. Daniel now drives it out of the fence. I think Norton was held there. Yes, he was. Well, 41 seconds here. The Dogs are the free. On centre wing, can they get one more chance here? Aaron Norton out. It's the chipping ball towards the next contest. 𝐓𝐴𝐥𝐝 can fly. Well defended from 𝗍𝐶. Waitman now. Pushes the ball out. Poor hand pass. Straight to Ridley. Perkins now back to Ridley. Out across to 𝗍𝐴𝐥𝐿. And it's a nice ball out to Langford. Can they go here? He's got Nick Martin on the chain. He doesn't want to go to him. Parish now. Holding up a bit of play. Out to 𝗍𝐴𝐥𝐿. He's got Nick Martin all alone. Time could run out for them here. He's got to go in quick. It's a long ball. Can they find a mark here? It's a chance. Well defended from Caleb Daniel. Jeez. Who'd have thunk in the marking contest? Stringer's kick. Too late. And it was going to be out in the fall anyway with hitting the point post. Well, good quarter there. Quarter number one done. And Essendon are looking quite simply the goods. 3 goals, 2.20. 1 goal, 3.9. Most of the ball has been in their forward half. And they've been defending well whenever the ball goes down there. But definitely, I think the ball, their centre bounce use and effectiveness has been the difference. And they've made the most of their chances, of course, as well. Yeah, and all about quarter of footy. We'll have a quick look at the stats. A few players have gone off. I mean, look at all those Essendon defenders. A lot of touches for them early on. Ridley, 𝗍𝐴𝐥𝐿, Kelly, Dyson Apple all up there with this on the stat sheets. Langford with a great start. Probably should have 2 goals his name, but Peter Wright's got 2. So gaining plenty of output from their key forwards. It probably does help with 𝗬𝐷emann out. Sort of frees up and isolates. Makes the team a little bit less tall. Even though they brought in Nick Cox. But, you know, whatever. Anyway, team stats 17 inside 50s to 10 Essendon's way. Winning the clearances 11 to 5. So this is where they're doing quite well. They're winning the contested count by 5. Winning the clearances by 6. And winning the stoppage clearances by 5. So they've pretty much beat the Bulldogs in their own game. And when you can do that, you're pretty much looking the goods right off the bat. Because you can't trust them with their ball movement. But meanwhile, for the Dogs, they've been very, very good. And have been able to control, well, have the game on their terms, sort of, with a lot of disposals from their defenders. So yeah, 11 to Redmond, 10 to Ridley and Heppel. Caleb Daniel with 9, Kelly with 9, Bontempelli's had a great start, 9 touches too, Richards with 8. So a lot of defenders with the hands on it early in the first quarter. Zach Merritt with 7. Clearance leader of the game, 3 to Parish. In his possessions, 5 for Ridley. He's had a very good start to this game, being great in the air. Contest possession leader, Ridley and Phillips with 4 each. Inside 50s, 3 to Martin, 3 to Bont. A few centre clearances for a number of plays, just the 1. So yeah, no, great start for the Dons. Looking the goods here so far. Dogs are a bit unorganised. Bev will sort them out. Well, you'd think so, because he hasn't been able to most of the time. But yeah, they've got to get that mix right, because they've been a bit uneasy going inside 50. I mean, you know, when 𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐸 and when Norton are on, they are just a completely different side. Are you going to stream AFL women's as well as the men's? I don't know. I didn't really last year, but I always just like watching the Swans usually. I'm keen to see how we go this year. I think we're a very good chance to hopefully get a win. Bringing in 𝐬𝐴𝐺𝐸 𝐿𝐼 in the off season, you love to see it. Star player. But yeah, watching, just witnessing the journey is a great one. G'day, 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝. Hopefully going well, mate. If it's either Ben or Paul, hopefully you're going well. Well, yes, you can't beat it. Friday nights with Rolls, the place to be. Yeah, but you better believe you got to get around it. I think I tipped Essendon as well. Yeah, that's very good. And yeah, no, that's good to see. A few people tipped Essendon. I did not. Yeah, oh well. What do you think of my new profile pic? Paolo Maldini's on there. Oh, can't see. Oh yeah, I can see. Sweet, very nice. Why you tip Crows? I knew they were going to lose against the Giants. Oh well, I mean, unless you're a Adelaide fan, which you probably, you know, Adelaide fans or usually a supporter of your own side tends to have a bit more pessimism and seems to have a bit more of the death riding mentality when you're not in the greatest form. Like, you know, like you'd expect Adelaide to win that game, and to be honest, they're up by 3 goals at 3/4 time, so they honestly probably should have won that. Yeah, but no, the doggies have been pretty much quite poor. Their ball movement's just been so poor, and defending transition again. That's been one of their weaknesses too. They've been one of the easiest sides to move the ball against. Yeah, you know, it's just been, apart from that, it's just been pretty quiet. You know, the Dogs just controlling the footy. Crap to tip the doggy. Yeah, no, lucky. Where are the mods? Good question. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cull a few of them, and then it's poor form. They're not attending. No, I'm joking. One's subs before 2025. Oh, I might have to challenge you with that one. Ben tonight. Oh yeah, right. I might have to go well. Tipped on tonight, but not confident. Yeah, no, definitely. It's a good one for people to tip the Dons. Definitely expect them to bounce back. But I still feel like when are we going to see it with the Bulldogs? They're going to be a top 8 side, that they have good numbers in the coalface and the contested game and the inside 50s. They're not having that so far, so they probably should be down by more. Very confident with that tip. Yeah, no, fair enough. You tip the Dogs. Essendon have a good run home. Should get wins against North. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, if they win this, like, definitely should be making finals. Very good chance to finish 5th as well. Timmy, go for the Swans, mate. Anyway, second term. Let's get the show on the road. 3 goals 2 to 1 goal 3. G'day, 𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐸 𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐸, just sub watching from New Zealand. Great to hear, mate. Yeah, no, appreciate your support, mate. We're on the stream. Hopefully everything's going well there in the old NZ, mate. Anyone now? 𝐓𝐴𝐺𝐸 𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐸. Jeez, that's a great defensive effort. Anyway, now Andy McGrath out of the fence. That's a great tackle there from Smith on Hobbs. And it's holding the ball, okay. Well, that was a tricky one for Hobbs, because usually with the old chicken wing tackle, I can't really find a way to dispose of it, but Smith did it well. Big Buzz Lincoln now, short kick finds 𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐸. He can play on now, get on his left. They got the numbers here. Nick Cox back with the flight. 𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐸 did well. Oh, he's paid the mark. To be fair, I think that's actually probably a legitimate mark, because it still fell in his lap. Well, there we go. That's finally something they need, the Bulldogs. They need to find 𝐼𝐗𝐤𝐪 and Norton these situations inside 50. Almost non-existent, really, inside 50 the first quarter. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, he had good hands on it. I'd pay that as a mark. Fair enough. 𝐼𝐗𝐤𝐪, never in doubt. The Doggies, much needed goal. 5-point margin. Goal inside the first minute. Just how tall is 𝐓𝐶𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝? Because I know he's obviously tall, but like comparing him to Phillips, like it looks so like he just looks twice the size. Okay, yeah, he's only 191 centimeters. 𝐓𝐶𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝, he's got such a great vertical leap. He's able to compete in the ruck. Who's more likely to make the eight of these two teams? As a Carlton fan, I'm trying to figure out the most favourable result. Yeah, that's fair enough, 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐶𝐞. Trying to death ride a particular team. You probably prefer... Probably prefer Essendon to lose because you know they're going to win a few with their run home. So, yeah, probably prefer them. Anyway, 𝐼𝐶𝐞 now. That's a great kick. Finds 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐻. A few boos for him, obviously, from that 2021 Elim final where he got a few goals off a few frees. Norton in the air. Can't take the mark. Not paid either. Smith, a good tackle. Doggies having a good start in this second term. Intensity and pressure have lifted. Jeez, you call that a double dribble in basketball. We bounced that one with both hands there. 𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼. 𝗵𝐻𝐿𝐼 now. Can't keep it in. McRae carried over. Boundary throw. Who do you think is going to be 8th in the ladder last round? I'm actually going to do my last 5 rounds to ladder predicting. Predictor through Squiggle this week. So I'll tell you by then. Because I don't have a clue. And I still won't probably have a clue when I do the predicting. Because it's tough. But yeah, stay tuned, Peacock. You bloody better. No, I'm joking. You don't have to, don't want to. But yeah, no, those videos always tend to do quite well, the old predicting. Anyway, inside 50 here from Treloar. It's a deep kick. Well different from 𝐸𝐶𝐻𝐿𝐼. 𝗵𝐻𝐿𝐼 almost at ground level. Front and centre. Oh, bit of a bobble. Falls in 𝗵𝐻𝐿𝐼's lap. And you know he's kicking that goal, the captain. Doggies hit the lead. There we go. I reckon Geelong and Carlton are better than Melbourne. Oh, probably form-wise they are at the moment. Still think overall Melbourne are probably a little bit better of the team this year. I mean, obviously, given the ladder. Obviously. Big goal there from the Bont. But that's just poor turnover there from the Bombers. Lack of composure. Turning the ball over straight to the Bont. Fumbles galore. Great tackle there from Parrish. Umpire's ball. Treloar out. Gets a little hacky kick forward. Bailey Smith can't get it cleanly. Zach Merritt now. That's a great hand pass. Out across to Hobbs. Short kick. Nick Martin across the wing. Out across now to Mason Redwin. Gives them their running carry. Going to launch it deep towards the pocket. That's a nice kick favouring Langford. But they have the numbers there, the Doggies. Big punch there from Gardner. Boundary throw. I'd like to see Port after the siren of one team. What do you mean by that? I mean, obviously, their after the siren was a beauty against Essendon. Anyway. Boundary throw and Brian did well in the hit out. Only as far as Treloar, though. Norton couldn't bring it to ground effectively for any ground level plays. Kelly now. Half volley pickups. Good enough from Martin. He goes back to McGrath. Hits the 45 out across to Nick Cox. He's got a bit of time here. He's got Langford over the top of the short option and elects to go to him. That works. He peels off now and plays on Langford inside 50 low ball. Bont can't take the mark. Bobbling ball. Brian forward. Cannot get an effective disposal there as 𝐴𝐿𝐼 taking the tackle from stringer ball up. Booted out of the fence from Bailey Dale, but they're saying, oh, geez, that's unlucky for Redmond. Bounce did not favour him at all, and it favoured 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐶, but the kick doesn't really favour Norton Ridley in a good spot, but bodied work was beautiful there from Aaron Norton, the Western Australian. On his non-preferred, it's a bit of a helicopter ball, but it should fall to 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐻𝐵 almost. Waitman, good crumbing. It's another for the Dogs. They extend their margin now to 8 points. No, 7 points. What brilliant maths from me. And a few boos in the crowd. Definitely on cue. As the Dons fans cannot stand Cody Waitman. But that's what they need. They're lacking a bit of that, I think, at the moment too, the Dogs. A few front and centre plays. But that was well done from 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐻. Did the necessary. Brought it down the ground and Waitman. Hey, I tell you what, Cody Waitman's been in great form. Honestly, the last few months. Like, he's been really lively. He's starting to really come to fruition and show the qualities of a top draft pick. Doggies by 7. You know, Waitman's kicking that. 68%, Tom and Ford half as English grabs out the ruck. Bontempelli, a clearance. Bit of a little hacky kick, but it falls to a contest. Durham did well and generates it forward now. It's not really a greatest kick. 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐻 out-muscled. Nice crumbing there from Caldwell. It's a bobbling ball inside 50 at Langford. Read it well. 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐻 unable to get a clean possession. Nice offloading hand pass there from Langford. Now on Jake Stringer's lap. Composure's good. The wobbly kick, you know what? That will work. Nick Cock, no. Peter Wright can't take the mark. Good crumbing there again from Martin. Merritt back to Martin. Now Martin out across to Nick Cox centering ball. Bit of a grabber kick. Couldn't hit on the foot nicely. Trelaw now to the fence. And Anthony Scott now will hold things up at half-back. Random Dogs finish 9th. Oh, if they win, I mean, this is such a big game to shape the 8. So I think whoever wins tonight, honestly, it just depends how the other teams on 36 points go this afternoon. Not this afternoon, this weekend, really. I like Darcy Parish now. Inside 50, that's a favourable kick to Phillips there, but it was really well defended from Gardner. Now Keith, he loves to get going. The kick's not a good one. Crumbing, oh jeez, what a tackle that is from Parish. Beauty on Richards. Ball up. I say Collingwood 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐻, but I'm just going for the Port Adelaide thriller. I'm just feeling a Port Adelaide beauty. I think I said Port by 3 points or something in my tipping video. Anyway, umpire's ball. Look like 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐻 did grab back in, but no joy for the Dons fans there. Callum Daniel now gets a kick forward. Redmond under it. Kick out of space for Snelling to go and get it. And the hand pass can't really favour Durham there. Better throw him. Where are the mods when you need them? Yeah, bloody hell, eh? Doesn't seem to be. Actually, to be honest, I'll give you Mod Badger. I think you've been pretty active in the streams and stuff. Obviously, a big supporter of the channel. Obviously, not picking favourites or everything or anything, but no, I'll give you the mod, mate. I feel like you deserve it. Yeah, I'll give you one as well. AFL Legend. I'll give you one too. Standard managing. Yeah, I probably should get in some more mods. Oh, there you go. AFL Legend and Badger I've both given you mods. There you go. Beautiful. Been active. Yeah, no, that is true, AFL Legend. So yeah, and usually when there's a few like you know, AFL YouTubers that are out there, like, you know, I think Cardi and all that whatnot, I like to give mod to. But yeah, there we go. Mods doing their work. Beautiful stuff. And very, very well done. But yeah, nah, bloody hell. Oh, well, there's... I mean, the best thing to do with all those trolls or whatever, you just ignore them. Like, people come in all the time, just spam stuff. Like, fair enough. You know, they just spam away and then they just get bored and then they just fuck off. And then just bugger off, you know. But, you know, people just do it. I don't know why. Anyway, inside 50 here. Langford's kick. Won't get home. Merit almost. And rush through. Now 𝐼𝐴𝐥𝐝 now. And across to Vandermeer. Well defended there from Ridley. Probably should have taken the mark. 1-on-1 with Bailey Smith. Caldwell comes in to help and taken in the two-man tackle with Baker and Smith. Yeah, no, that might actually make the chat a wee bit better for a few viewers without any spammers or anything, so yeah. Yeah, it's always good to, you know, have a few mods on board. And Richards now. Kick smothered. Tim English, or the old hacky kick forward. Big box kick, as I like to say in rugby, and that's another great... Jeez, he's been great so far. Ridley, this game, he's just been plucking everything back there. I think the more comments you get, more likely videos become recommended. The Charles actually doing you a favour. Yeah, I don't know how it works with the algorithm. I think it's just like, you know, the more clicks, really, the more you'll get. Sort of business. Thumbnail's always a big one. You know, watch time too. It's just so many factors. I don't really know, to be honest. Really, yeah, no, that is true. Badger's been on the stream quite a while, and he's obviously a lovely chap. So it feels like he's definitely worthy to get the old spanner next to his name. Anyway, Wakeman now, ground level, can't get the disposal. That should be on the ball. Maybe he got a little kick out. Yeah, I tell you what, he got a little kick out on his boot, so I think that's sort of a fair call, yeah. Oh, but the Dons fans aren't liking the umpies at the moment. McRae, good extraction out to Anthony Scott. Tries and finds a bit of space. Hobbs, a great smother. And the ball bobbles towards the boundary line, and McGrath takes it over. Don't like Bailey Smith anymore because he did drugs. Yeah, that's a fair call, Heeb, to be honest. Definitely, you know, obviously when someone like, in the style like Bailey Smith doing that. I mean, obviously, that look at him now. Like, he just looks like an above-average player. Like, last year in his final series in 2021, like, let's remember, he was, what, 20 years old? People are saying he's going to be the best young player and even the best top 5 player in the next 5 years, from what we heard. Anyway, that was an incorrect disposal. Speaking of him, Bailey Smith. Well, there we go. It kind of shut me up. He just did a hole in the ball tackle and they're lining up. But he has had a good game so far, but he's just not been the same. Like, his X-Factor run and carry's been sort of limited, almost. Anyway, Bailey Smith now. Can he convert? The dog is 5th. Not really a great kick of the footy usually, and that is out in the full. Jeez. Looks like him and 𝐼𝐴𝐥𝐝 have been going. Doing a bit of goal kicking practice. You get it, because both been terribly out of form for freaking goal kicking. Don't mind Smith, but he's been poor. So yeah, he certainly has. I mean, obviously we can't judge too much. I think inside the four walls of the footy club, the club really internally rates Smith, and obviously, you know, he's a bit of a hard worker and stuff, and he's had mental problems too. Obviously, people scoff at that, but it has to be taken into consideration, because obviously your work ethic can drop and everything, and all that whatnot. I could maybe kick that. Yeah, no, it's bloody hell. I mean, it was obviously a nice straight drop punt, but obviously not towards the big sticks. Caleb Daniel did well there. Got the ball forward. Bailey Smith. Oh, bang. That's a big bump there between Durham and him. Bontempelli can't get an effective disposal. Taking with the footy. Kick forward from Caldwell. Jeez, that's not 15. You got to be kidding me. Bloody hell. Anyway, Bailey down now. Bontempelli. Oh, beautiful mark. Juggled with the one hand, and he's got a short kick of Norton. Beautiful footy from the Dogs. I have to say, though, Aaron Norton, speaking of goal kicking, Aaron Norton's been a bit of a terrible kick for goal, but I feel like Norton's similar to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼, where like he has a kicking action where he can't really kick from 50 plus meters because of like his kicking action. He has like a high sort of kick. They usually tend to fall short, but usually like when he's in range, it's similar to Matty Lloyd. He's been able to just really follow through the footy well and punch it through, just like that. Like I have to say, to be honest, like Norton's goal kicking's been a lot better this year. Just from what I've seen, he's been able to slot home a lot more set shots. And there we go. Why can't that work for Swans games? I always talk up players with set shots or say something and they miss. But when I do it for a non-Swans game, they bloody score. Bloody hell. It's not fair. No, but, as I started, he still to know. Brady Franklin's the best. Oh, couldn't agree more. Probably not, to be honest. I'd love to see him be the best, but just ain't it, unfortunately. I mean, you got to remember, he is 36 years old. Like, it's such a, like, obviously, last year when he was 35, kicked over 50 goals. Like, it's still, that's elite numbers. And people say he's washed. Like, he's still a great player, but obviously the XG is just really, I mean, he still had some good games, but yeah, it's just really taken a toll on his body. Treloar now gets it out to 𝐓𝐻𝐿𝐼. A little kick inside 50. Doesn't really favour any Dogs Guernseys. So yeah, this has been a bit of an all Dogs quarter, really. Their intensity around the footy and pressure's really lifted. Starting to win a lot of stoppages their way and keep the ball in their forward half. And yeah, they've been quite a few of those Essendon spalls. They've barely had many winners at half forward, and that's just a poor kick there from Snelling. Easy intercept for Gardner. Yeah, no, he's been a lot better in front of the big sticks. G'day, Brandon. Hopefully going well, mate. Welcome to the stream. Bont seems to be current as usual. Yeah, he's looking like the best on ground so far. He's been all over it. How many touches has he had? So 13 touches, 6 marks. Geez, like 6 marks as well. So he's been sort of like the main nucleus in that midfield. Just, sort of the feeder. Feed the beast. Anyway, Brian, that's not a good kick goal. Drop from Bont, though. That's in the back. It's going to be advantage. Nick Martin now. Over the top, kicks a nice one. Kyle Langford can go back. And they should be able to get this goal off the turnover. Anyway, Kyle Langford going to kick the Dons fourth with under 7 minutes to play. Should guide this home. And he sure does. Much needed. 6-point game it is now. Who's going to win the Brownlow medal this year? Oh, no, someone said earlier in the stream. Yeah, I think Nick Daicos at the moment. Like, he's just head and shoulders best player in the comp, let's be honest. Bloody good player to watch. Like, work ethic is just, the work ethic's always something that, like, you've got to just take note with him. Like, just sprints forward when they get the ball out of the stoppage. And, oh, he's a great kick too. And yeah, Zach Butters has dropped off a bit. I mean, his body's, he's never really been able to hit a full, with his body, he's never been able to, like, hit a full year of a clean bill of health and form and everything. And yeah, obviously he's good for this weekend, but yeah, he had a bit of injury concern through the week and didn't play the fourth quarter against the Blues and stuff. Anyway, Treloar now, a little kick favouring Caleb Daniel. He gets it out to Bailey Dale, and they get it out through to Oscar Baker, the former Demon. It's got Treloar over the top. Doesn't want to go. Now inside 50. Buku comes out in the back. I think it is. He kicked the goal. Won't be paid. Jay celebrated a bit too early. Bloody Ed Kerno lucky. No, definitely, mate. Definitely Ed Kerno's going to win there. Going to take home Charlie. Who's your favourite player of all time? Mine's Buddy Franklin. I don't know, really. I mean, I've always loved... I always loved, Brady Kirk and Adam Goods and stuff. Oh, inside 50 Trelaw. That's a great kick. Finds Liberatore all alone. Does he have the distance here? It's going to be a kick from around 47, 48 metres or so. But it's been one of those dogs bits have been pretty busy in the second quarter. Kick is back out to a 12-point game. Made the distance, but drifts out across the face. Charlie can win the Common, Kaido can win the Brownlow. Yeah, both Kerno brothers get involved with the medallions. Anyway, can they get this forward? The Dons, but yeah, just the Dogs' defences seem to hold it up all right at ground level. Ballydale now out of the fence. That's a nice kick on his non-preferred. Out towards Anthony Scott. Now on centre wing. Jake Kelly gets up, can't take the mark. 𝐓𝐴𝐥𝐿. Merritt. Can't get an effective disposal there. He's taking a good tackle. That's holding the ball, yeah. I don't know. It seemed like Merritt sort of dived on it a wee bit. Geez, they've been a bit unfortunate, the Dons, with a few of these diving on the footies, bringing them in. Caleb Daniel now inside 50. Falls out. The back to Riley West and sneaks it home. Dogs by 13. Nice crumbing there from Riley West. Bit of a pressure forward. High draft pick from a few years ago. Yeah, that one. Well, that's another goal at ground level there from the Dogs. Their small forwards have gone to work here this second quarter. Waitman on the end of one. Riley West. Anthony Scott working well high up the ground. I think it was 𝐓𝐴𝐥𝐿 again, I think. Oh, to be fair, yeah. I mean, to be honest, that's probably a defensive mistake. You had 3 Dons tools there. Go for the spoil, and it just falls out the back perfectly to Riley West. Yeah, it's probably well said, Harry. And keeping this game, because they've just been winning all these clearances now. All of a sudden, the Dogs, as McRae goes inside 50. And that's well defended there from, to be honest, Ridley, because he seemed to negate Norton really nicely there. Yeah, the marking contest, and intercept there was nice as well from Redmond as he launches out of the fence. Phillips can't take the mark. English did well. Now he's known for his pace here, Vandermeer. He gains a few metres across over Nick Martin. He goes inside 50 again. 𝐓𝐴𝐥𝐿 almost. Bailey Smith, nice crumbing. Falls out to Norton. And you just can't trust the right foot at times as that goes for a point. 14-point game it is. Let's actually have a look at the statistics at the moment. Because yeah, now the Dogs midfield's really starting to take over a wee bit. Don still are winning the inside 50 count by 4. Bontempelli has been one of the main contributors to their strong second term here. And Bont's pinfolding the ball. Nick Martin now. And across to Zach Merritt. Yeah, like +5 clearances. Remember, the Dons were up by, what, like 5 clearances at quarter time? So it's been like a 10 clearance turnaround, really. So yeah, they're struggling to really get their mitts on it in those centre bounces. And their skills as well, coming through the ground, have been mediocre as well. They've lacked a lot of cohesion and polish. Going, really transitioning the ball and going inside 50. And another poor turnover there. Now can the Dogs go into it? And 𝐓𝐴𝐥𝐿 working up the ground. It's a kick towards the forward pocket. It's an outnumbered contest. They've got numbers galore here, the Dons. Ridley now who has been racking up the intercepts. Can they maybe reset out the other side? Nick Martin wants to find the corridors. Parrish all alone. 2 minutes 25 to play in this second term. It's the Dogs by 14. Just the one goal from the Dons this quarter. 𝐓𝐿𝐴 now on centre wing marks. Bulldogs have the most annoying high-pitched cheer squad I've ever seen. Yeah, you can sort of hear them after they kick a goal. Like, they do like this weird-ass chant and stuff. Anyway, 𝐓𝐴𝐤𝐻𝐿 now. So slowing it down the Dons. Maybe want to try and regain a bit of tempo. They did that well in the first quarter. Seemed to control the ball movement their way really well. But I have to say the Dogs are defending really nicely. 𝐓𝐴𝐤 to 𝐴FL now across to Eddie Richards. Lovely left boot he does have. Poulter can go here. He's known for his pace. Good chase down there from 𝐓𝐿𝐴, and the kick is a good one. Liberatore probably should have marked that one. 𝐼𝐗𝐤 left alone. Picks up the scraps. Gets an effective disposal out to Riley West. Oh, what's he done? How's he even managed that? 𝐼𝐗𝐤 now, he's good on his non-preferred. The snapping kick, it's home. Oh, he's putting together a fine year, and he is in some fine form. 𝐼𝐗𝐤. It's the Doggies now by 20 points. A very, very dominant second term. And they should head into the half-time sheds with a nice buffer. The Dogs cheer squad chant their song. Yeah, that's a bit corny. Like your team songs are obviously. I think your team song is just saved for post game when you win. Like, you know, when you sing the song, you only sing it once. Like, you can't sing it again. And obviously pre game when you do head out there before the game. But yeah, the team songs are just pre and post game. That's safe for that, you know. Not really a chant. That's a bit, yeah. You know, doggies, bark, bark, bark. That's their bloody chant they got to do. And Parrish is free. A few Bronx cheers from the crowd. So, you know, probably a few Dons fans think they probably have been unfavoured a wee bit by the umpires this quarter, which is definitely fair enough. Richards now dispossessed, and that's a ball up. Gerard's one of my favourite players. Yeah, he's having a fine year. He's been really, really good to watch. Still remember his debut, and it was actually against the Swans. He might have had 7 touches and no goals, but he looked really lively, so you knew he's going to be a bit of a player. Anyway, that's a nice kick inside 50 there from Laverde. Finds Merritt. And that's a bit of a costly one there for the Dogs, because after the siren, Merritt will line up and can skipper. Bring this back to 14 points as a head and a half. The only time I've heard it watching in a game was the 03 grand final in the 4th when the game was won. What's this? Sorry, I've just had a mind blank. Was this about the cheer squad or something? Anyway, now Zach Merritt's kicks on its way. And slots it home. That's a much needed goal there for the Dons. And the siren will sound for half time. 14 points. 5 goals, 333, 7 goals, 547. Doggies by 14 at the half time. Oh, yeah, cheer squad chanting their song. Yeah, nah. I mean, yeah, obviously, you sing it when the players come out, and then you sing it if you win, like, you know, through the speakers. Like, yeah, just throughout a game is a bit weird. But yeah, much needed captain's goal there from Zach Merritt. Alright, so we'll just have a look at the stats and stuff, and then, yeah, we'll get into we'll do the daily warble, get into all the usual half-time festivities. So yeah, +4 inside 50 to the Dons' way. So obviously because of their first quarter dominance, they still are leading in that department, but they've just probably lacked a bit of ball use and efficiency. Like, yeah, 32% efficiency inside 50 has really hurt them. 26 there, that's a 13. So yeah, English is getting well beaten by Phillips. Which is, you know, you feel like he's probably a player to lift. 20 clearances to 15. That's the big one, though, for the Dogs. Winning a few centre clearances and a lot better around the ball. They now overturn the contested possession count their way. But yeah, no, the clearance dominance, good around the ball, and they seem to defend quite well. And probably at the expense of, I think, of the Dons not really moving the ball too well that second quarter. But yeah, plenty of small forwards got to work in that quarter. I think 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿 kicked the goal. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 front and centre. 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐿 was front and centre. Norton. Yeah, Riley West too. 𝐴𝐥𝐝 with 2 goals in the second term. So yeah, leading disposal get a Ridley. So yeah, a lot of the defenders still racking up the footy. 18 for Ridley, 17 for 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼. 5 tackles for Bailey Smith here. Ridley's had 10 marks and 8 intercepts. Very good and a half of footy. 361 metres gained for Redmond. Clearance leader, of course, no other than 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼 with 6. 5 for Parish. Score involvements leader, Kyle Langford. He's still putting together a good half. 6 score involvements, 2 goals, 1 he has. 5 for Treloar and 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼. Treloar's having a bit of a decent game. He's been pretty good by foot. 4 for Nick Martin and Parish. Inside 50s, that is. So yeah, pretty good half of footy. Carlton's chant, ran 11 last year, pretty proud of Carlton. Yeah, well that's just the that's the universal chant. Everyone has that one. And then obviously each club have their own few play chants. Like I've got a few. Obviously last year, give it to Tommy Papley. Pass him the pill and watch him score all the goals. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼 Gordon. When 𝐻𝐿𝐼 Gordon kicks a goal at home, sometimes 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼 by Australian Crawl plays through the speakers. So yeah, there's a few. Obviously, I remember when the Tigers won the flag, they had the Dusty Martin, "I let you shag my wife" crap. They had that chant too. Who's your favourite media person? Oh, 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝, of course. No, you gotta love Scoops. He'd definitely be up there. I don't know. I don't really have a favourite. Honestly, it's controversial, but I don't mind. I mean, obviously, the shit Kane Corns can say is a little bit. Obviously, some things don't age well, but he's bold and he says it how it is and stuff. I don't mind Cornsy. And, at least Kane Corns actually sort of doesn't be a bit of a sook. He doesn't really bitch and moan. Like, he absorbs a lot of banter and stuff. And, he's just like still a good character and stuff, like, in terms of receiving criticism, having a laugh and stuff. So, I don't have a favourite. Yeah, exactly. Adds a bit of flavour. Speaking of flavour, this cauliflower mash. Oh, nice. Very nice. Just having a bit of dinner left over. Yeah, that's pretty much the philosophy of being a media person anyway, AFL legend, really. Anyway, live ladder at the moment. What are we looking like? So Bulldogs, they get up 40 points. So yeah, they moved to 5th. But yeah, Geelong you'd think would. Actually, no, they probably won't win. Brisbane will probably get the Chockies. I think this is the beauty with the Saints though. They can go to equal 5th if they beat North. Like they still are in a really good spot, the Saints. Yeah, see you later, Steve. Take care, mate. Thanks for stopping by the old stream. If I don't catch you in the stream tomorrow night, have a good weekend. Anyway, let's do the daily Warple, as we always like to do. Right, who is the silhouette? Reveal yourself. That is the big boy, Tommy McCartan, with a knick-knack Paddy Mac. Give the ball to Tom. Beautiful. All right. Jeez, we've been getting a lot of bloody one guesses. Let's try the Legends one. Oof. What are we thinking? Is Rory Atkins in here? No. I'll just go Wines because like he has a bit of a square head. Okay, it's a midfielder. Now, what does it mean? Yellow in. So yellow in the main column indicates. I see. Yellow in the main column indicates a player's primarily team shares one or more colours. So it could be black or white, could be Collingwood. Midfielder. Played for the one team. So he's retired. He's had 0 premierships. So probably isn't a Collingwood player. Probably would have won in 2010. Midfielder as well. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝. Oh, okay. I mean, it can't be 𝐓𝐡𝐞 because he won the 17. He was part of the 17 flag, wasn't he? I mean, I might as well give it a crack. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, yeah, I thought he was part of the 17 flag. Might have been obviously out injured or something, but yeah, beautiful. Nice go save for legend. Beautiful. I saw this Gridley. I don't know if I'd be very good at this. Sydney and Collingwood, like, that'd be jolly. Oh, beautiful. Have a look at that. Gold Coast and Melbourne. We'll do the Swannies ones. Reece Shaw or Nick 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. Beautiful. Stephen May, yes, good one. That's the beauty of it. It isn't like a you can just do any player that fits within the criteria. It isn't like a specific one. Yeah, Jeddah. Western Bulldogs and Gold Coast.
There are 2 ways to find out if a website has malware: from your browser or from the malware.
You only get 5 guesses.
Malware protection.
Anyway, yeah, Collingwood and Dogs, Treloar.
The use of the colour, the contrast, the depth is sublime.
As a Greek philosopher once said, an immersive experience is only possible when one truly feels every pixel.
Grundy another.
It's a TV. Just what you say for it.
I forgot his name, but there was a player that I know from the Pies and the D's, but it doesn't matter. I've got it anyway. Melbourne, Jaden Hunt. Pretty easy one there. Bulldogs in West Coast. Bulldogs and West Coast. Yeah, Jared Harborough's one. Yeah, that's right. Because he played in his early years. No, the Dogs, very, very good there. Oh, final one. Doggies and West Coast.
Why don't we build Australia's most reliable mobile network with more coverage across the country and more investment than why invest in Australian call centres and over 300
Bringing Collingwood versus Cats for the granny. Yeah, still, that's fair enough with Geelong. You probably still can't count them out. Anyway, fellas, if anyone's just joined, there's a new game called Gridley, and it's sort of like you got to match the players that have played in the corresponding squares. So, can we think of a player, current or former, that either plays at the moment for West Coast of the Bulldogs?
Legend has it, he once landed a 20-legger.
Because I can't think of anything at the moment. Josh Hill.
What's your secret? You shall
Is there
find
a player called Josh Hill? No, there isn't. Oh, no. Jeez, I just realised how many fucking players that? It goes back to 1945. Josh Hill. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, very nice there, Flamingo. Cheers for that, mate. Hey, 9 out of 9, not bad, eh? So it's just like the creators of the other game. It's only one a day, so you can't really do more of it. But you know, we'll definitely do more of that for streams. Let's do some Sporkle, shall we?
It's a very clear rule for me. It's double. I suppose. Both armrests, nothing wrong with sharing, is there? I can start in the middle before, and you just got to play the long game and just really just. Just don't give in. It's like
What's this 2023 best key forwards? Yeah, it's a bit simple.
You take ground early and you hold on as long as you can.
Top 50 under 22. This could be a good one. Top 50 under 22 players. Let's do this. There's a 𝐼𝐴𝐴𝐴, Butters, Dockers, Sarong, Tom Green, Rao, Anderson. This is actually good. The bloke's just done surnames. Swans, Gordon, Warner, Hawks, Newcomb, Dockers again. Go Hayden Young. Was Hayden Young there? Yep. Brayshaw. No, he's older than 22 now. Jackson. Yep, just still under 22. Bloody hell, yeah. If you remember that, Luke Jackson, he's still so young. Blues. Sure not. Now he's like 23, 24, 25. No, he's bright. No, he's 2016 draft. I think so. The Blues, Walsh, the Bombers, and Nick Martin, Ben Hobbs, the Lions, Ashcroft, Demons, Demons, young gun. 𝐸𝐴𝐴. There's obviously one I'm forgetting about. Demons under 22. That's the one. Pick it. Hawks. Ward. Warple's over 22 now. All day. Saints. Filippo. Oh, it better not be 𝐻𝐿𝐴 Miller. I can't bloody spell his name. Nothing there. King. Both Kings, very nice. Cats, Holmes. 𝐷eConing. Kangaroos. Fucking old mate spelt kangaroos wrong. Davies Junior. No, he's older now. Wardlaw, 𝐸𝐴𝐴. Eagles. 𝐸𝐵. A few crows here. 𝐸𝐿𝐴. Rankings over 22 now, I think. I think Richmond should win against Hawthorn. Yeah, you think so, Brad? Should get the job done. Who's the guy that goes doggies, doggies, doggies? Oh, that's the Bev show, Donny. No, yeah, he's a good chap. Pretty passionate. No, he's actually a really good guy, Bev. He does sort of like commentary as well on his Facebook and stuff. I saw his replay of the Swans game. He still calls it how it is, but yeah, you could see the disappointment on his face. Yeah, the Bev show, that's it. Crows. Soligo? No. Crows under 22. Philthorpe. I think it's with a 1. It is, but it's not the player. There's one I'm forgetting of. Dawson and all that stuff are over. Yeah, no, he is pretty funny when he's up and about, Donny. Can't be Michael, Annie. I've already put in Saligo. Oh. Yeah, no, Chapman will be in there, but I mean, would he? He's been in. Yeah, probably not this year because he's been injured. Yeah, no, that was a beauty. Badger, that one. You know, under 22 for Adelaide. Let's go through the plays. Berry. That's not Berry. Jeez, I thought he'd bit up there. Yeah, g'day Nick. Hopefully going well. Welcome to stream, mate. Should be beauty for second half. Fucking hell, Crows. Could not be 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿 there. So many wingers.
For the past 38 years, it's good to know that your money is working hard too. 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿 making hard work.
Actually, I don't know at the moment. I mean, there's 4. No, it's not 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿 or Rochelle. I've already got them there. We'll move on. Port Adelaide, Rose. Don't think Rosie is actually anymore. Bergman. The lower the list goes, the sort of harder it gets with a few more like plays you got to really think about. Like this one here with Port Adelaide. 𝐷𝐸𝐿𝐴𝐿. Yeah, that's sort of how you do it. Anyways, well, we'll probably do this one tomorrow, eh? Because the second half's about to start back up. Alright, so really good second term there from the Dogs. They'll certainly be up and about. But a late goal there from Essendon through Merritt does bring it back to 14 points. But yeah, the Dogs around the ball really start to get back to what they know, and they one would have strong contested game and able to get the ball forward plenty of times. And that's the thing that they really lacked marking targets inside 50. And Norton and 𝐼𝐗⁴ were able to do the damage with a few goals between them, and they had options front and centre too. Anyway. Just going to the second half. Going to start a great second half for us. Yeah, hopefully it's a beauty. Hopefully it is a beauty. See if we can get a no spam second half shot. Yeah, hopefully not, mate. At least you mods will be quick on the scene than I'll ever be. So yeah, the Dogs by 14 as we enter into the second half of play. And off we go. 𝐼𝐗𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿 wins the centre clearance for the Dogs. Inside 50 he goes. Good mark there. Very nice from Laverde on 𝐵𝐴𝐿𝐴 𝐴𝐿𝐴. Now Ridley. Short ball finds Durham. Launches now down the line. English and Phillips competing. Falls out the back towards 𝐴𝐿𝐴. Can he get it forward here? Ground hand pass to Parrish. Nice. Perkins. Inboard. A nice chiseling kick there from 𝐴𝐿𝐴. Finds Caldwell. He can play on now. And he's going to centre a ball up towards the square for Peter Wright to go and get it. Can't take the mark. Richards under it. Taps it. Baker and 𝐴𝐿𝐴 go at it. Now 𝐼𝐗𝐴. Kick smothered. Falls to Bally Smith on his lap. And the kick out of the fence. Just not a very good one. But the bouncing ball could favour Waitman here. And it hits him on the noggin and out of bounds for a boundary throw. Make sure to leave a like to subscribe, fellas, if anyone's just joined or if you haven't already. Always heavily appreciated. Early chance there for the Dons. Peter Wright almost with a 1 mitt. Couldn't get clean hands on it. 5 goals, 3, 7 goals, 5. Third quarter just started. English pushed out with ease in the ruck. Treloar now. Baker fumble, boundary throw. And Treloar is got a bit of a blood rule, bit of a cut on his upper ear.
Dr. Zimmerman will attend to him with either staple or a bit of hemorrhoid cream or something to stem the flow. Phillips, Vandermeer ran over the top of it. Caldwell put his nose over it. And Vandermeer just got the ball.
Craneau gets it out. Bontempelli on his left boot. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼 just couldn't take that mark. Oh, fumble costly there from Redmond. He's got to get those usually. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼's having a good game. And now across to 𝐼𝐗⁴. A brilliant tackle from 𝐵𝐸𝐻𝐿𝐼. And he's pinned.
Goal-saving tackle. Dogs were out everywhere. Were he to break it. Kelly.
Anyway, boundary throw in here.
Big crowd in tonight. They go back to the very back row on the top deck.
Phillips, he's been doing a fine job in English. Gets it out.
Daniel.
Caleb Daniel tackled from Merritt. Ball up.
Bringing a lot of pressure to his game this year, defensive pressure. We're happy with that. Is his improvement.
Vandermeer gets it out. And straight in the arms of Caleb Daniel, who is tackled for another ball up. Bit of congestion here at the moment.
Yep, he has indeed.
English is free for a block. Chipping ball out towards 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼. He can play on now. Now towards half forward. Good in the air there, 𝐵𝐸𝐻𝐿𝐼. Who is improving year by year. Kelly now out across. Ridley.
I love their back six. They're very athletic, aren't they?
Good hand pass there from Redmond. Puts McGrath into the pump. He gives it back to Mason. And now back to 𝐵𝐸𝐻𝐿𝐼. And back to Ridley. Yeah, so now they could be out the other side here. Kelly, short kick. Nice one. Headed Durham. Wants to quickly play on. Now Kelly, just not a smart hand pass there. Right near 𝐿iberatore. And he gets that tackle and forces that stoppage.
Did well to hold that up, the Western Bulldogs, because that's what Essendon love. Get going quickly from there, get some handball receives. Normally try to come back through the corridors, but well shut down by 𝐿iber. Phillips to Parrish and Parrish to Martin. Was simply
Big Martin now inside 50. The ball could favour string here. No, bounce doesn't. 450 stoppage here for the Dons.
She is very adamant that the Bombers need to fire up.
English and Phillips go at it. English instantly tackle there from Phillips, who's having a good game on him. What's his stats been like? Not too bad at all. 18 headouts. The 13 his way. Gardner now out of Caleb Daniel. And kick. Oh, jeez, the 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼. You got to be kidding me. So Heppel is pretty much bowled over Nick Cox and he's gone down to the ground. He doesn't look too good. Smith now's got acres of space. Another bouncer. Shit kick. He's just known for that, Bailey Smith. Not a good kick inside 50. That's just what something he always lacks, Bailey Smith. Bit of composure. But no, I tell you what, that Shepherd from 𝐴𝐵𝐿 𝐼𝐻�10 was a beauty as well. Now 𝐓𝐡𝐞. And across now to 𝐴FL. He's going to put in his like... No, I always seem to have it. I seem to just yawn throughout night streams and stuff. I mean, I've had a pretty long day and shit anyway. Parish now down the line. Phillips in a good spot. Hobbs reads it. Great tackle from 𝐓𝐵𝐿, and that's on the ball. Won't be paid. Why is Essendon wearing the jumper? Yeah, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I've noticed that too. I think it's like a charity or something. Bontempelli now non-preferred. Kick doesn't lack any. Oh, you got to be kidding me! How's that not a mark to Ridley? Thought it came off his hands. All the speculation call. That's not going to be a nice one for any Dons fans to hear that. And that's a block. English's way. And there's a clear block. That to be honest, that's not very good. Yeah, that's a mark from Ridley. To be honest, that's not very good there from and that's a push in the back there, 𝐼𝐻�10. A few Bronx cheers there. Finally, the Dons get a free. But yeah, now Phillips has done that a few times this game. He's just like you can't front on and push. You know, Ruckman's just a free every other week. There's 𝐓𝐡𝐞 short the Martin. So they start getting the ball, getting a bit of tempo their way. I mean, they're just like that Adelaide win was so impressive from watching it at Marvel 2 weeks ago. Just they're hunting and packs, strong at ground level. They've got to be ferocious at ground level, I think. They've got to find wins at half forward. They haven't really been able to get much out of a few plays. Helping now out of the crossover the top to Cox. Just pinned. Treloar, he's having a fine game. So apart from that beautiful mark and kick inside 50 from here, Cox feels like he's done bugger all. Not 15 for Daniel there. Treloar now plays on. Doesn't like Smith in the corridor, so he'll twist back, go the other way. Oscar Baker on the wing. Now Baker, that's not a bad kick for English, but 𝐓𝐻𝐞 did that nicely. Left his man. And can they now go off the turnover here? The Dons, as my voice is about to go. Deep kick. Well done from Bruce. Ground level clean from Richards. He extracts it out to Keith. Back to Bruce. A little bit of time. And the kick's a nice one to Bailey-Dale. That's a beauty. Low kick now. Phillips in the good spot for the intercept. Yeah, Jez, there hasn't been a single... Commentators just said there hasn't been a single score this quarter. And we've been going for now 10 minutes on the count-up clock. Chance now for a score. Bailey Smith from 55. The kick. It's just a short one, really. I mean, probably would have triggered him for a point at best, but the bounce didn't favour him. But it's still a good kick nevertheless, because it does favour them with the forward 50 stoppage here. Your tips on the Dogs by 14. Oh, beautiful. I'll tell you what, a few of these streams I've been doing, I've been seeming to get the tips right. I have a few games. The margins. But, you know, this is how I felt. Well, to be honest, the Dogs still have every chance to win this game convincingly, but from what the first half has shown us, like, I feel like... Oh, geez, Norton out the back, taking that, yep. Another mark his way. And this is where they've been the difference. Norton, 𝐼𝐻𝐸, Crummers at ground level. They've been much better inside 50 from the second quarter onwards, and been able to find a few of these pack marks. Can't give Norton an inch in those pack marks. Now Norton should convert this. One goal, one for this evening so far. And he's stabbed at that the wrong side of the post. 15 points. Ridley now will kick it into Jake Kelly. Verde now down the line. Dre can't clunk onto the whole thing. A buzzball. 10:54 to play in this third quarter, almost halfway through, and we have only had 1 point this whole quarter. Been a bit of a stalemate. Snelly now launches forward here for the Don. Stringer in a good spot. Got to be taking that mark, but can he get the rebound here? Hand pass doesn't really favour Langford there. Bruce defending that well. Richards, he's done too much. That's on the ball. Well done there from Peter, all right. And he can go back. And a wee bit too much time. It was too cute there, Richards. Peter right now. Kicks on its way. Straight down the high little much needed there for Essendon. It's a 9-point margin. First goal of the second half. About bloody time. Imagine if Robbie 𝐓𝐡𝐞 become a Fox footy commentator. Well, that'd be very nice. Name fits well. Alright, 𝐓𝐴𝐿 𝐿𝐼 again pinching in the ruck. Love to see that. Caldwell burst free. Great tackle from Buzz. 𝐼𝐴𝐿. And he has been very good this game, Bailey Smith. Which is about time because he's been definitely out of form. Short kick will find Treloar. And I realise we smacked Treloar not watching the game. I'm overseas. Yeah, no, that's fair enough, mate. But yeah, no, Treloar's having a good game. Now Nick Martin. That should be front on against Buzz, and it is. Perkins is free. 9 minutes to play. 1 goal, 1 point is all we've witnessed in this second half. G'day Ryan, hopefully going well, mate. We're on the stream. Hopefully things are going well yourself, mate. No, Caldwell gets it out. Jakey stringing out. Who can he find? Centering ball. Just doesn't really work, but it could fall at the back here. Couldn't get the tackle there from Kelly. And now Gardner hacks it out of the fence. He's got to go here. Anthony Scott Merritt in the good position. Pick up an hand pass clean to 𝐓𝐿. The former skipper goes out wide. Nick Martin on the end of it. He's got an overlapping option short of Merritt. Doesn't want to go to him. He wants to go deep. He's in a good spot here. 2 metre. Peter can launch. Probably should have taken that mark. He had good hands on it. And now Liberatore. Yeah, the fence. A few dumping and panicking kicks here for the Dogs, but they'll like that. They find the boundary and reset. Yeah, no, I'm going good. Thanks, Ryan, mate. Cheers for asking. Bit of a game of everything this one. Bit of a stalemate. High scoring that second term. Straight away. Dogs still seem to be in control, but you feel like Essendon are starting to come a wee bit with a bit more control now, a bit more tempo their way. But the Dogs are certainly winning this with their still strong contested work. McRae now. Back to Poulter. Bit of a hacky ball high in the air. English under it. Poulter again. Can't get the disposal out. And will he be pinned? No, he won't. What do you think about the draw card for finals? Well, yeah, the race for finals is certainly heading up. I mean, it already is really heated up. I don't know. You can't really write off any team, just given mathematically everyone's almost the same chance. Like, I still think the Giants are actually a genuine, really good chance. It's just hard, like, on paper for them to make finals, but they just keep on getting wins and getting upsets and proving a lot of people wrong. Okay, Bailey Dale now. Down the line. Good position there from 𝐼𝙗𝐿𝙈, and a kick was poor there. I think that was from Baz. Intercepted from Redmond. Hits the short 45 inboard to Parish. 7:17 to play. Could this be the turning point in the game? Could we start to see a few goals in a row? Could we see the floodgates open from a few teams? Bont couldn't pick it up there. He gets the handball received from Dale. And he goes it out across to Ed Richards. He can run and carry. He needs to redeem himself after giving away that goal. Nice kick. 𝐼𝙗𝐿𝐈 on the lead. That's a beautiful kick. And now ball to 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝. It's just too high for him. Too much hang time. Bontempelli. Beautiful roving. Oh, that is beautiful. The snap. Don't tell me. Bontempelli. Oh, that's the goal of the night. What a kick. Jeez, he reads the front and centre so well. It gets to him quick. And how about that awareness? Looks like he's going for the snap. Does the fake. And on his favourite left, he boots it home, mate. That's sensational. That is a very, very special goal. He's got 2 goals now, Bontempelli. 20 touches, 7 marks. He's having a very good game. Just what the doctor ordered.
Let's have a look at the superstar. That tiny fumble, you don't see that very often, but stayed involved, gets the handball to Richards, and tracks the ball right down the middle of the ground. Guess who pops up?
Yeah, that's a superb goal. Sneaks in on the right side of the post too. Parish now did well. Extracts the out to Hobbs, and he gets the centre clearance here for the Dons. Can they find something here? Great mark there from 𝐷𝐿𝐹 on one-on-one with Vandermeer. Does he want to find a lead? He might want to go deep. He's going to go towards the pocket. You know, well, that's not a bad kick, but they've got numbers there. Richards spalls it to ground level. Socket out there, or toe poked out from Oscar Baker. That's a nice little repeated effort of a tackle, but only as far as Peter Wright. Chipping ball towards the pocket, not bad for Brian to go and get it. Bontempelli, there he is again, just everywhere. Now Bailey Dale, short kick. Not 15 there for Keith. Just gets the hand pass out. Richards now. Oh no, it's going to be free. Okay, apparently it was a throw. Well, Fred Langford it is then. Ooh. 6 minutes to play now in this third quarter. Much needed here for Essendon. Can they make it a 9-point game? Archie Perkins seems to be shaking up a wee bit. Langford now. He's been good with the goal kicking tonight. Can he kick his third? Misses. There we go. 14 points it is. And just a bit of a shepherd off the ball there from Riley West. Cop one. Yeah, elbow on the ribs probably. Anyway, Tim English now. He's had a bit of a quiet afternoon. Short kick, Jack McRae. Hits the ground there, but Liberatore is able to launch it forward here for the Dogs. Probably went to ground away a bit too easily there. Norton now. Baker's on his bike, and so is Riley West, but that kick's not a good one. Is he out in the full? Touch ball. And Norton seems to have hurt himself here. Jez, that's the thing with Norton. I swear he's so accident prone. He's just always crushed in the packs and stuff. Anyway, Crumming. Oh, nice from Wakeman. He's dangerous here. Umpire's ball. 4:45 to play in this third quarter. Or the premiership quarter, as they say. Plus 14 contested possessions the Dogs' way, so they'll be happy with that. If I can maintain that. English slaps it out. Another good tackle there from Parrish. Oh, banging goes Bont. 𝐓𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐴. Norton, good hands. McRae. Can they find an out option here? It's Oscar Baker. Can he line up for goal here? Kick looks very good. It is home. Great stuff there from the former Demon. 20-point margin it is now. And I think this is game high margin. I'm pretty sure. 20 points. Well, they've extended their margin back out. And a great kick. But that's just so clean in the stoppage. Trying to find that exit hand pass. 𝐓𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐴, 𝗍𝐼ney, English involved. Daniel, every class midfielder. And Oscar Baker boots one. Boots home. Yeah, that's just a great kick. Right hand kick. Right hand side. Slots it from just inside the 50.
This is why clubs do all these short-sided drills. In close, congested, handball and drills. Look at the Bulldogs. They just open them up. Nice, quick, clean hand starts there.
But yeah, the Bulldogs are probably one of the best hand passing teams in congestion in the comp. Especially the midfield, but yeah, look at that. Beautiful stuff. Season on the line here. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Again, there's so many teams on 36 points. I don't think if you'd lose this, it's season over. You've got such a good run home as well. I mean, the Dons, yeah, a very good run home. All right, now, Vandermeer, just a hacky kick out of the fence. Merritt under it. Beautiful hand pass that was. Disguised it nicely. Looked like a throw almost. 𝐴𝐻𝐿A𝐴 couldn't take the one-on-one mark. Richards, great tackle. Umpire's ball. Alright, so 𝐿𝐴𝐿A's gone down the rooms. Chance maybe for Bailey Williams to get the sub on here. Stringer, lack of awareness there. Had a bit of time. 𝐿𝐴𝐿A𝐴, kick. Jeez, Ridley did that really well. Just read the ball drop much better. Got there quicker. Ridley's kick's a nice one. Finds Merritt all alone. He's got a short option here. It's a nice one. Nick Hine, the sub, has just been subbed on. Who's been subbed off? Archie Perkins. Looks like that injury's made him sub. No, wait, no, sorry. Is it Perkins? I'm not too sure. Anyway, Nick Cox all alone. Well, can he fire up the Dons here and get this back to 14 points?
In this area a few moments ago, now has a big shot at goal.
Needs this one. Very talented player, obviously, in his junior days, and he's had a lot of injury problems. Going to hit this sweetly. Kicks on its way. It's across the face. 19-point margin. G'day, Eric. Hopefully going well, mate. Still in the Philippines? Yeah, no, it's good to hear, mate. Hopefully going well. Are you doing the Margies game tomorrow night? I would, Eric, but I can't because the Swans are on at the exact same time. So, obviously, the Swannies come first, mate. But yeah, I'm annoyed about that because usually with the Saturday night games, they have one game at like 7:25, 7:20, then another one at 7:40. If the Port Adelaide and Magpies one were at that 7:20 one and ours was at 7:40, I would be at least able to watch maybe the final quarter or something. But yeah, I can't even watch a minute of it. Anyway, geez, the umpires are not giving much treatment to Essendon here. High English. Oof, bloody hell. Boy, oh boy, wowee. But no, I'm keen to see how that game does pan out tomorrow night, Eric. It should be a beauty. I mean, I obviously don't hold a grudge against the Pies. I love watching them this year. I feel like they're my favourite for the flag, and I probably expect them to win, and I probably should tip them. But when I just visualise of this game, I just feel like it's going to be a thriller, going to go either way, and just Port Adelaide going to pick one out of there, and just pick up a thriller. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, they've got some big ins back in Port, like Trent McKenzie's a big part of their defence, and Horn Francis as well, Charlie Dixon, of course. Anyway, inside 50 here, Bontempelli. Oh, what a game he's having, Bont. In the air, very strong. He's been taking marks, been good at ground level, been kicking goals. This is a chance for his third. Well, wait, is there a Sunday stream? I don't know, maybe not. I mean, Adelaide, Melbourne, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, usually I just like doing the 2 streams. Swans game and then a primetime game. Or sometimes 3 if it's like a Thursday night game, Friday night, and then the Swans. I mean, Bontempelli, can he slot this home? The kick is... It's the post. Well, the captain would not have minded a third there. 20 seconds to play. It's 20 points at the moment. Geez, Bevo's getting pretty animated on the bench. Probably telling Bailey Dale maybe to, I don't know, doing a few of these ones. Maybe calm down with your disposal. I don't fucking know. Andy McGrath now. Back out to Ridley. Back to Redmond. Probably time will run out here. Heppel. After 30-second cardboard's gone up. Ridley, obviously, I mean, Heppel's probably not paying attention to him because he's taking his sweet old time. The time will beat them here. Oh, is that Bontempelli again? It is. What a mark, and he's hurt himself in the process. Well, he's certainly putting together a 3-vote worthy performance, but it's not game over yet. It's a 20-point margin heading into the final term. Still anyone's game. Probably Essendon did the job sort of from the first parts of the third quarter to sort of stem the flow of the Bulldogs scoring, but they led them off the chain there with a few in a row. Got out to as much as 20 points. And still is a 20-point margin. But yeah, I think they're starting to really find out their targets inside 50. The Doggies have been great in the air. And they've just been really good in tight, in congestion, moving the ball well. Yeah, overall, like their back 6 can still have a few questionable moments, but I just think in general they've been defending actually quite decent. Look, if Adelaide turn up, it'll be a cracker. Just scary because it's not a home game, probably. Yeah, well, I certainly give them a bit of confidence. I was a bit more confident in given what they were able to produce at the MCG against the Pies last time out. And probably Texas due for a good game as well. He was pretty quiet in the second half. Like Sam Taylor wore him like a glove. He's just such a good player though, Sam Taylor, to be fair. Probably one of the best one-on-one defenders in the comp. Roz, we do Brisbane, Geelong, or Port Collingwood. Nah, mate. I mean, I could do like a double header, but I don't know. I probably either got things I'm gonna do tomorrow, or probably just watch them home. Just an off-stream sort of thing. Just watch it because obviously I got to get stuff sorted and this graphics sorted in there and everything. So it's sort of like a mix of like, I could do it, but then I can't be bothered at the same time. I don't know. I probably should, but 2 to 3 streams each week, and I usually like to do anyway. So anyway, let's have a look at these. Look at the old statistics, because there's been a few star performances. Of course, Bontempelli's putting together a fantastic game again. 22 touches, 2 goals. 9 marks he's had as well. 27 touches for Liberatore. He's had a very good third quarter. He's definitely up there, and he had a very good second term as well. 10 clearances. I mean, he just goes unnoticed with some of his work. He's been great. 9 intercept possessions for Ridley. 6 for Laverde. Look how many marks they've had. 14 marks Laverde. 14 Kelly. 13 Ridley. 9 Redmond, 9 McGrath, 8 𝐓𝐡𝐞, 8 Heppel. This is where they get all their marks, just chipping around the back. But yeah, no, Bond's definitely been very good. Wilkie used to be my favourite. Don't remind me. Got Stringer for a fourth quarter goal. He's been shut down all night. You know what? That's actually not a bad punt. Stringer's the ultimate. Do nothing for 3 quarters and then pick one out of your ass. The good old banana snap torpedo from the pocket, standing on one leg, pants down, upside down, no looker, eyes closed, belly rub crap. He always does one of them. I remember last year against us, he did a check side from 55 metres, the wrong side. You probably remember an AFL. Do you remember Stringer kicked that goal? I was just in awe. Like, how did he kick that? And even the barrel, like, obviously he's a great player when he's on, but like that barrel against the Giants earlier this year, like, just pulls it out of the arse. So I'm expecting like a bicycle kick or something for the Dons to get up and about. Yeah. But yeah, still like 30% efficiency inside 50 for the Dons. They've just lacked a lot of ball winners at ground level. That's where they've been very good at. They've been able to really force turnovers, and the pressure's been a little bit off tonight. I think Parrish and Merritt haven't really been able to fly the flag too much. I think they've been overall pretty quiet this game. Stringer's been well contained.
Bulldogs have been able to do. They've been able to slow them down, force them to take marks, 118 marks with not much. Yeah, that's right. Well, the last two quarters, Geordie, they got inside 50 only 22 times.
Good day, Andrew. Welcome to the stream. Listening from Dubai. Very nice. Hopefully the weather's nice and warm over there. I'll tell you what, it's nice and warm over here. Yesterday morning, -6. Like, for goodness sake, that's the thing with Canberra. Like, it's not bad throughout the day, but early mornings, it's a fucking joke. The frost and... oh, bloody hell. But, you get used to it. I'm going to say, I'm just tough, No, I'm joking. But, appreciate the words, Andrew. And, yeah, hopefully the Dons can lift. I feel like they definitely can, but they're just lacking a lot of just good use. Like, I feel like it's been almost Langford and Peter Wright or nothing. Obviously, the umps haven't really been too much on their side. They've been a little bit lack of discipline in a few areas, but yeah, I don't think they've been able to match, apart from that first time, they haven't really been able to match the Bulldogs in the midfield too much, which is somewhere you've probably got to win.
So who are you looking at, George, from an Essendon point of view? We saw that you packed 𝐸𝐻𝐼𝐻 as the sub late in that third quarter.
For me, everybody's involved. It's been their ball movement that is just...
And they've got to really take the game on too. I feel like they've been a little bit passive. They've really got to start now pulling the trigger. Big fourth quarter. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Dogs by 20 points. It's a massive game. Massive ramifications for the loser. I wouldn't say it's season over for whoever loses this game, but it's tight. You can't afford a loss. So many bloody half the comp's on fucking 36 points, it seems. Fourth term, we're underway. Dogs by 20 points. English for the first hit out. Merritt and 𝐵𝗏𝗫𝗪. Merritt's got to lift this final quarter. I feel like he's been a little bit quiet. They're fighting hard. 𝗏𝗏𝗫𝗪, he's just winning clearance after clearance. Inside 50 in the direction of Norton. Brings it to ground. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐵. Oh, bang. Riley West. Looks like he got him a bit high initially, but maybe the contact was good enough. But that's good there from West. Doing what the pressure forward needs to do. Win those stoppages. Apply a bit of heat. Yeah, a bit in the back as well. Nick Cox dispossessed. Parrish did well. Merritt gets out of the fence with the rebound. Well defended from Vandermeer there. Merritt did well. Out of Hobbs. Hind. Now he's utilised for this part, and this part alone is pace. Run and carry is beautiful. It reminds me of his 2021 year. He's beautiful at that. Good vision there from Martin. The kick smothered though. Jeez, he was in a good spot there, Martin, to go for goal, to be honest. Poulter dispossessed. That's got to be holding the ball. Advantage paid. Peter Wright. Kick. Should favour 𝐷𝐿𝐻𝐼𝐻. First of the final quarter of the Dons. They needed that. Back to 14 points. Good start in this fourth quarter. I feel like, yeah, that's... yeah, when you are in Nick Martin's position, you probably should go for goal there, because he had the momentum in the run and drive and the angle for goal on his right. Maybe a bit too Cupid, maybe it was the right thing, but well defended. But they're able to get it back and go on the back through 𝐷𝐿𝐻𝐼𝐻. He's first. Beautiful, that's Nick Hines' goal there. That running carry is just what they need. Fresh legs too. Crowd starting to lift here as Parrish will get the clearance here for the Dons. Inside 50, is he chance here? Peter Wright, you bet he is. Against Bruce, able to break free. And here's a thumping kick of the footy. He can go back here. Oh, he'll bring the house down if he can kick this. To get to an 8-point game. Oh, my fucking KO crushes. It does this every time. I upgraded my RAM and my computer for this reason. For fucking this shit to stop crashing. And it still crashes. Fuck off, KO. Bloody expensive, overpriced piece of shite. Peter Wright now. Can he kick this goal? The kick's on its way. It's... hit the post. Unlucky. Ooh. Quick start. And this is where the Dogs can be vulnerable. They are known for when they are in control to lose grip and concede a few in a row and concede momentum. Can't afford this. Bailey Dale now. Out of the fence he goes. Scott did okay to bring the ground in his area and brought over for a boundary throw-in. Tim English and Phillips to go up at it. Good knock over there from Big Phillips. He's been doing well in the hit-outs. Merritt, good tackle. But they got the ball out. Treloar now, who is having a good game. Great. You see, they need that from Merritt. A great tackle and a great smother. Treloar did very well there. He's able to extract it out. Liberatore, probably a bit too many hand passes here from the Dogs. Well done there from Merritt. That is brilliant. See that? Oh, well, what can I say? It's exactly what I said in the third quarter. They need something more. They need Merritt to start flying the flag a bit more. A lot of repeated efforts there. Hobbs now. Well, the team start to take note now with a bit more pressure around the footy. Tim English taking the tackle. And carried over. Yeah, it would be something higher. I wish you could view it online or something, the old pressure rating. They only seem to show on the telecast once in a blue moon. Anyway, Liberatore now is non-preferred that was. Norton did it well. I'll gain some territory there, the Dogs. Bailey Williams warming up. Jeez, he's got the retro jacket on. Bailey Williams, that is. English. Smith gets it forward. Can they find a mark here? 𝐼𝐗𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐵 can't take the chesty. Ooh, costly fumble there from Kelly. Out the back's Cody Waitman. The snap kick is home. Cody Waitman's got 2. Just what a small forward does best. Cherry picking those ones at ground level. But another costly fumble. They've had a few of those, the Dons. They've lacked a little bit of clean hands at ground level in their defensive half, and it's cost them there. And that's where they can win. Yeah, that's where you can win games, having those winners at ground level in your forward half. Cody Waitman. Lovely kick, lovely goal. And that's probably stemmed the flow of momentum potentially a little bit for Essendon. So they're starting to run away for a wee bit with it. Much needed goal. Norton did that well. Able to win that 50-50, and Waitman snaps it home. Having a very good year, Cody Waitman. Yeah, sure have, Badger. I mean, obviously it's probably more to review of after the game, see if they can get up or not. But yeah, before this game, definitely, just in general, they've been up and down a wee bit, but definitely very, very good this year. Like, I don't know, I felt like in my bold calls, I said I reckon they could make finals. I said either, it's not really a bold call because it's like half of the bottom 6 from last year. I said either Gold Coast, Adelaide, or Essendon will make finals. But yeah, like definitely against expectations. Like they had very low expectations, but yeah, they've been very good under Brad Scott this year. Anyway, Daniel, not a bad hand pass for 𝐓𝐶𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝. Probably should have kept his feet there. But that'll be a forward 50 stoppage there, or unless that's holding the ball. Yep, Cody Waitman dove on it. Ridley now. And across to Kelly. G'day Zane, the J Savage. Is that 24 for the Dogs new? Never seen him before. 24 for the Dogs. Not very good with numbers. Let's check. No, 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐴 comes. No, he's not new. He's just barely in the team. He debuted 2021, I think, and he kicked his first last year. He's not a bad player. Bailey Smith now. He's a big kick. It's a good kick into the top of the square. That's gone. No, it's wrong side of the post. Oh, I thought it bounced home. I think he will, Angel. If you are on the punt, that is. Because Jake Stringer's very good at the old do nothing for 3 quarters, then pull a goal out of his ass. But they need something from him too. I feel like if they're going to lift, they will be on the end of a goal. But don't count on me on it too much, you know. It's the best advice I can give. Last time Essendon made the finals in an even number year was 2014. Wow. Wait. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the Bulldogs for a sec. Because, like, wait, they won the flag in 2016. But, like, oh, no, wait, Essendon. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, boundary thrown here for the Dogs in their forward 50. Here he comes. Love that the cam went on Stringer for a sec because, yeah, no, yeah, fucking hell. English, jeez, he got up high there with the hit out. Yeah, Bont got him high there. When does the fourth quarter end? And it ends in approximately 25 minutes. No, I'm joking. Well, it's 14:55 to play. Probably a little bit. Well, it's 14:55 to play in the countdown, but still plenty of time to play. Anyway, Ridley now. They need some running carry through the corridor here. Call well in the centre of the ground. Just holding up play a wee bit too much, but he will eventually go out wide. Now to Durham. Oh, unlucky small mate. You've copped the shite end of the KO stick there, unfortunately. The old buffer, the old bufferoo. The old bufferoo stitch up. Parish, oh, costly drop there from Gardner. Umpire's ball. Oh, that's no good. Ridley is in the arms of the physio at the moment. Oof, has he pulled his calf or his thigh or something? He kicked and he... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, geez, he might have pulled something, Ridley. That's no good to see. He had this a few games ago where he was in the hands of trainers too. He's had a few soft tissue problems. 14:03 to play. They need players to lift here. Bontempelli's been flying the flag. Cleared out from Jerome. That's a dangerous kick, but it finds a patch of grass. Players go at it. Langford taking the tackle. Norton applying extra pressure. And it's a ball up. I haven't watched the whole game. Have there been any injuries besides Ridley? Yeah, Trelaw's gone down in the rooms. He's been subbed out. Archie Perkins had a little bit of an injury, but I think he's okay. Nick Bryan was subbed out just because he wasn't good enough. But, you know, Nick Bryan did okay. It's a solo ruck last week. But obviously, when you have an experienced, say, campaigner like Phillips, it's going to be hard to sort of have influence. Just like Logan McDonald and Buddy Franklin, for example. Oscar Baker's kick, not a good one. Oh, Kelly there, another fumble. You know, he's had a few of those. Dogs will take that.
It's interesting, isn't it? He had the jacket off, and he was just told to grab the jacket. Now it's off again, and it looks like that sub has been made, and he is straight into the action.
Phillips, that's not a bad hit out. Bounced in favour of zone. Bailey Smith's been good around the ground as he generates another inside 50. It's a high ball. Is that in the back for Norton? No, nothing paid. 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐴. Sport towards the boundary. Riley West goes and gets it and carries it over the line.
I think it's Baker, is it Abby that's been subbed out?
Just waiting to see. I think it is Baker. Richo? Yeah, he's gone to the back of the bench.
Umpire's ball. See, Oscar Baker's been subbed out. Jeez, that's a bit unlucky. Kicked a beauty from the boundary. What does Big Bevo do? Yeah, the team, son. Unlucky. Hit the pine. Merritt clean hands. That's a great shepherd. It was that from Hobbs, but Liberatore applied the pressure beautifully. Caleb Daniel, great kick. 𝐼𝐗𝐤. So there you go. Just out hunted at ground level again. Well done from Liberatore. That's a very good smother to interfere in the Heppel hand pass. But that was who was that shepherd from? That was a very good shepherd from, I think it was Hobbs. But Heppel was poor there. And yeah, their skills haven't been up to scratch really. 𝐼𝐗𝐤. Can he extend this margin out to 26? Long kick, high ball, it's home. Great kick, 𝐼𝐗𝐤. 𝐼𝐗𝐤, Norton have been good tonight. And when they're on song, usually the doggies are home. And they look to be potentially, with 12-18 to play, they're up by 26. Beautiful kick for goal there. Yeah, no, Cowie's right as well. Small 𝗏𝗏 did get injured, but he still is on the bench.
Every aspect of the game, not just the aspects that certainly confidence in himself now. 3 goals to 𝐼𝐗𝐤. The smother by Liver, fantastic, and the finish by this man to give them a 26-point lead.
That's just probably your old classic Dyson Apple special there. Peter Wright pinching in the ruck up against 𝐵𝐵𝐿. I love that name. 𝐵𝐵𝐿 𝐬𝐿. It's a fucking beauty. Jeez, Liberatore, look how strong he is there. Gets it out and a nice tackle there from Bailey Williams, a sub. Already out there, making an impact.
21 contested possessions for the match.
Wow. 21 contested possessions for Liberatore. That's holding the ball. Jack McRae's ball. You dragged that in, Caldwell. Now that is ridiculous. I'll tell you what, though. Like at half-time last week for the Dogs against the Swans, I thought Liberatore is the best on ground because he was just getting everything in that midfield. Merrick has to get forward, and that works to Nick Martin. And he goes out across wide in the direction of 𝐴𝐵𝐿𝐵. Langford out across to a one-on-one. McRae twisting and turning, eventually gets the hands over to 𝐸 and taken over the line. There sure is, Nickmo. 11:24 to play, doggies by 26. Need something here for the Dons. Time is ticking. Haven't been able to really get anything this final quarter. Nick Cox just generates a high ball inside 50. Yeah, they only flies here. Jake Stringer almost dropped that mark. And now Oscar Baker will just... No, sorry, Oscar Baker wasn't subbed out. Wait, I'm an idiot. That was fucking Ed Richards. Never mind. I thought that was Richards. Oh my god. Just the hair put me off. Anyway, Bontempelli, nice mark and kick. Finds 𝐼𝐗𝐤 and he can go back. Wrong ring. Same dog, different leg, mate. Essendon need 5 unanswered goals, potentially win. Yeah, it's probably done here if 𝐼𝐗𝐤 kicks this. I want the Bombers to win. Come on, Essendon. Surely Jake scores here. Oh, it's 𝐼𝐗𝐤. But yeah, no, Stringer had the chance here. Dropped the catch, lost the match. Potentially, 𝐼𝐗𝐤 could kick this goal, and he sure does not. Goes for a point. 25 points it is, 10:14 to play. Could be done. Because I haven't been able to really offer anything. The Dons, not much really pressure or anything. Apple's hack kick does work. Nice mark from Durham. Long ball now. I think Martin's up there. And a nice tackle there from Martin. He gets it out though. 𝐸𝐿𝐴. That's right, that's Bailey Dale. I just saw an Essendon fan in the crowd. He had a pair of glasses and he was just offering it to the umpire. Oh, that's actually gold. Oh, that's so good. Fucking hell. Durham fighting hard. English applies the pressure. Ball up. 9:33 to play. English hit out. Smith breaks the tackle. Nice hands. Williams, McRae. Huck kick round the corner. Who can they find in the air here? 𝐓𝐴𝐿 gets up. Can't take the mark. Pushed out with ease there. Kelly's been pretty bad this game. He's dropped a few marks, a few fumbles. Been pushed out with ease. Okay, now. Yeah, if Stringer snowed that, Essendon would have won 100%. Yeah, definitely. He's a barometer. Treloar gets it forward towards half forward. Kelly under it. Over the top. Smith did well. English under it. Taking a good tackle there from 𝐼𝐻𝐿. Great tackle on the big fella. Love the umpire banter like that. Yeah, no, it was pretty good. I don't know if it'll be on that No Context AFL Instagram page that always uploads those fucking bloopers and shit like that. Bailey Smith. That's a Bailey Smith-esque kick right there. High and towards absolutely no one. And he gets it back here. Towards half forward. Drop mark there but he's pushed out there, 𝐼𝐻𝐿. Will go his way. So yeah, that's no good there for the Dons though. Oh no, it's a Freddie 𝐼𝐻𝐿. Bloody hell, I think he was pushed out. So Ridley, yeah, he's got the old 𝐷𝐿𝐴𝐿. His right one iced up. I just showed it on tape there a bit earlier. GWS are in that percentage. Oh wow. Anyway, let's see if 𝐓𝐻𝐿 can kick this goal to really make it game over. Crowd likes it. It's touched. Crowd got a little bit excited. Yeah, Bailey Smith, he's had a great game. He really has. He might get a bit of attention though, with that potential tackle he did on I think it was Durham. It was a crunching tackle, but honestly, from the shit we've seen, that honestly could be fucking a suspension. Oh, almost 𝐓𝐻𝐿 not paid the mark. Riley West in a dangerous spot here. Buku Khamis now 𝐓𝐻𝐿. Can he find a Sering ball? Pushed out there from Parrish. Can they go here, the Dons? Parrish over the top, then Cox. Inboard hand pass to Martin. He goes back to Cox. Back to Parrish, and he now gets the kick forward. And is that down the full, or is that a boundary throw? It's out in the full. So the bubbles are starting to really burst now for the Essendon Footy Club. Yeah, wow, that's amazing. GWS are in the... Are you sure? Yeah, they are. By 0.1%. Get around them. And I had them for the fucking wooden spoon this year. I should have fucking put West Coast in there. Like, I was so close. And I'm like, nah. I was so on and off with West Coast. I was like, initially, yeah, I'm on. But then I'm like, nah, they'll be shit. But like, nah, I think they'll be good here. Oh, Jake Stringer's at the post. The punters. Who are the punters in the chat? They'll be fuming. Oh, Ryan's not happy. Unlucky. Well, they needed that. Wait, does that point put them back in the 8, Essendon? Wait, will it? 76.49. No, not enough. We're in by 0.1%. Oh, but fucking that annoys me, the Giants. I knew they were much better than 18th, but it was sort of just like, I felt Hawthorn were better than 18th. I felt North were better than 18th. But I saw North like 16th, so it doesn't really matter. It's still fucking going to be finishing 17th. So it's not bad. But yeah, West Coast was just a bit of a doozy. Was the fucker-upper. Port 12th as well. And I'd so at many stages, well, Port, at least in finals. I knew that'd be a great chance for finals this year. But, Caleb Daniel now. So looking to wind down the clock here. They've been good tonight, the Bulldogs. They've gained plenty of good use from their key position players. Bontempelli's been flying the flag. And their smalls have gone to work too. They've been great at front and centre. Treloar's a chance now in the midfield's been the difference. And that is game over. Adam Treloar. To put the icing on the cake, the Bulldogs have bounced back well. Now, obviously, would have been the playing group and the fans would have been disgusted dropping that game last week against 𝐼𝐻𝐿. They had good midfield dominance, good clearance. work. But they've been a little bit better inside 50 tonight. I mean, they've been able to have targets inside 50 well. And they've defended adequately enough. That's probably at the expense of the Dons after quarter time. Not really showing much danger inside 50. I mean, only 49 points they've kicked. The Dons fans are gone. Well, the Dons will be looking to bounce back next week against my Swannies. Ooh, that will be a game. Saturday night footy, that will be next week. 𝐓𝐶𝐶 warning against the Dons. Well, up versus Essendon when the Flag of Suns make the top 8. Oh, I mean, like, genuinely, I know that's sort of a piss take question, but, like, genuinely, I'll probably... The Flag, like, Essendon winning a final, I'd say, will probably maybe come before Gold Coast winning, making finals. I don't know. But, yeah, like, Essendon winning a Flag, that's probably a bit of a long shot at the moment. That was nice from Tim English. That was a lovely kick to Cody. Chance for his third. Yeah, it's certainly a great win, Bruddy. Great bounce back after last week's disappointing loss. Dons win a Flag before Freo. I still think probably Freo have the better young crop. Waitman's kicks across the face and rush through. 5:14 to play. Doggies are home. 33 points they lead by. Oh, wait. Sorry, I only have a point too many for the Dons. Nick High now. Finds a lone man of 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐵𝗹. Towards the wing. That's a nice mark from 2 metre Peter. He's had his moments, Peter, right? Like he's, yeah, you know, he's had some good marks inside 50 and stuff. He's had a few chances of going to begging. 3 goals, 1's not a bad output, but didn't really have many difference makers in that midfield, I felt. That's probably what has hurt them. Dogs looking just to slow things down. Down the line now from 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐵𝗹. Good mark from Peter Wright. Gray now. Bruce in a good spot. Can't take the mark. Phillips. They're meeting the sandwich there. Which teams have the easiest fixtures this season, Dogs or Bombers? Early in the year is definitely Essendon, but if you look for yourself, I mean, the Dons next week have the Swans at home. They're a good chance to win, I think. But you know, that's just 2 wins coming up. You'd think against easily West Coast. North. Well, they struggled against them, and maybe North do bounce back, have a bit of a dead cat bounce, and maybe lift and maybe get one more win or have a close game. Yeah, no worries, Badger, mate. Take care, mate. Have a good weekend. Giants as well. Maybe not the Giants. I don't know. Is that home and away? I think if it's at home, I'm backing in the Giants. And then, yeah, the Pies last round too. Cody Waitman now launches it forward. Bontempelli. Oh, can he go for home here? Look at the pace on him. Can he get the soccer? He can't. What defending there from Nick Hine. Short kick to McGrath. And can they go off this? It's 𝐶𝐶. No, it's just a terrible kick. Terrible. Jack McRae. They've got lone options inside 50 here. Waitman's all alone. Bontempelli's out of the square. He's going to go to Waitman. Cody can get up. Oh, okay, that was easy. I thought he was going to take a specky. Bloody hell. Who was that? Was that fucking McGrath? Didn't even attempt the bloody put on any sort of contact. Easy there for Waitman. And Cody Waitman's got 3. Good night from Cody. He's been lively. In great at ground level, been good crumbing. Just as a small forward should. It's a 40-point margin now, wowee. Well, that's going to hurt the margin tip of things. I fucking tipped the Dogs by 14 points. The opening games around, like primetime games, they never really have big margins. It's not really been a thing. Like Beveridge has the bandage on his hand. I love that. If no one knew, bloody Beveridge broke his hand after smashing a whiteboard. Yeah, no worries, Ryan. Take care, mate. Have a good weekend. Obviously, soak up the win, mate. Good win tonight. Cody with the body. Essendon just on that team. Yeah, I mean they'll gain a lot of to learn about off this year. I mean they're coming off a bottom four, still young and inexperienced in some areas. New coach, they've definitely surpassed a lot of people's expectations. Like if they don't make finals, like it's still a year to hang your hat on and say, hey, it's a good year. I still think majority wise against top 8 teams have actually been quite good. Like Port Adelaide, they've been very close under a kick both games and. Yeah, just in general though, against the top 8 sides, haven't been able to win. And, you know, it's just simple as that. You know, the writing's on the wall. They're just not a genuine final side this year. You just don't feel. Maybe they can sneak it in the final win and break the drought. Maybe. I don't know. If I can get an Elam final, if they sneak in at the G, could be a good chance. How many gifted members does it take to get an Adelaide stream? Kidding low. Yeah, potentially, mate. I mean, obviously, you don't know if you don't want to be the old gifted members. That's totally fine, mate. But, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Last time I did an Adelaide stream was I think it was the game against Carlton. Whatchamacallit. The good old gather round. Dogs only beaten. Dogs sits beverage for the coach. Yeah, once, yeah. No, I saw that on social media earlier today. It was pretty crazy. Pretty crazy fact. Kick towards half forward now. Good mark from 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Can they get a bit of late junk time here, the Bombers? And try and restructure and regain a bit of their percentage. Bontempelli did well. English now across to Poulter. Short kick, Kaido Waitman. Bontempelli, another fine game he's had. And he gets it back here. Is that Bruce? Is that Bruce or Bond? I couldn't tell. I think it was Bruce. Bruce and Bond look so similar. I think it was Bruce. 46 seconds to play. But a running carry here from Keith. Oh, 𝐓𝐴𝐥𝐝. Okay, well, Dogs will get the good old last laugh here. Maybe they shall replay. Here's the man of the match. Oh, it's got to be Bont. Another fine game. I think he's getting the 3 votes. 𝐓𝐴𝐥𝐝's been great too. Can he slot this home? Icing on the cake. Well, the icing on the cake is very good, but he failed to add another layer as he hits the post. Margin now 41 points. Essendon fans left to say a lot of it. Yeah, no, a lot have. I wonder if a few people bloody give a bit of shit online and stuff. That's terrible to see. Not loyal supporters. No, I'm joking. I think Don's fans would be pretty filthy with that loss. Lack of really much X factor in match winners in this game. Stringer quiet. Time run out here for 𝐼𝐴𝐥𝐝. Now there's the siren. Dogs with a huge 41-point win. They've bounced back very nicely after last week. Meanwhile, for the Dons, well, they've really slumped now into a bit of bad patch of form. A terrible loss against Geelong. Obviously, haven't been able to rebound off that. A lack of pressure, a lot of contest around the midfield after quarter time, and their ball movement pretty predictable and slow, and didn't really take the game on much. And I think they're better at ground level. The Dogs had some nice full crummers. They did their job. Huge win for them. 41 points, 13 goals, 12.90, 7 goals, 7.49. Early Dons continue form. Well, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting the win against the Dons. That'd be nice. But yeah, huge win. Western Bulldogs, 41 points. Bounced back perfectly after last week's heartbreaker of a loss. Much better going inside 50, I felt, from last week. They were quite better with it. Better than their season average, 53%. Able to, yeah, just went a lot of clearance and stoppage. Like, look at that. Plus 22 clearances. Plus 18 stoppage clearances. No, sorry, plus 19 stoppage clearances. Like that, that's where it's won for them. And they're able to do the job in their forward half. But yeah, look at this for the Dons. 136 marks to 31. And 254 in contested possessions to 229. They just had a lot of those marks and chip mark stuff, but it didn't really allow them to control the tempo for the full duration of the game. 𝐓𝐴𝐴, well, I almost feel like giving him the 3 votes because he just goes in underrated every week, head and shoulders. In the trenches, getting it done. 22 contested possessions for 𝐓𝐴𝐴. That's insane. So yeah, he's the game high disposal get up with 36. Ridley, before he got injured, he was having a nice game. 29 touches, 14 marks. Bontempelli probably has to be best on ground. 29 and 2 goals. Doing the damage down 14 in the midfield. Caleb Daniel had a nice game. 28 touches, 9 marks. Laverda, yeah, like a lot of their defenders, Essendon had a lot of marks, given the style how they played. 9 intercept possessions. Ridley started off the game really well. Went by foot, 96%. Possession lead, of course, Trelaw with 22. 10 score involvements for 𝐼𝐗𝐤. They got good output of their forwards. 𝐼𝐗𝐤, Norton, Wakeman. Their X Factor plays, they got to work. 3 for 𝐼𝐗𝐤, 3 for Wakeman, 2 to Bontempelli, 2 to Riley, 1 to Riley West and Scott. Norton was busy, just had the 1 goal too, but he was still good around the ground. But yeah, a great professional and strong win from the Doggies, simple as that. Outclassed the Dons and out-hunted them, really, throughout multiple areas of the ground. But yeah, they're too good, the Dogs. Obviously, the umpires, probably a little bit in their favour, but they're just harder at it, really, the Dogs. Clearly weren't. Simple as that. What was it, free kick? 17, 15, yeah, there you go. But yeah, let's have a look at the old player. Let's actually go through my 3-2-1 votes. Got to give it to 3 to Bont. He's having a fine year. Brownlow contention, I'll have to catch up to Dankos because he just keeps on running away with it with best on ground performances himself. So yeah, Bont for 3, 2 to 𝐓𝐴𝐴. A very good game from him. And who are we giving a 3 to? Do we give 1 to maybe Cody Waitman? I really like 𝐼𝐗𝐤's game. I might give the 1 vote to 𝐼𝐗𝐤. So 3 to Bont, 2 to Norton, and 1 to 𝐼𝐗𝐤. There's my 3-2-1. So yeah, fellas, might wrap it up there. Good quality game of footy from the Dogs. Good bounce back. They still look legit. I mean, obviously people will question whether are they good enough for finals. They still look like a finals-worthy team. The list they have, when they're on, they're strong. You know, plus 20-odd clearances 2 weeks in a row. You know, they've been very good in that area. So they should be good for finals. Whilst for the Dons, well, quick look at the live ladder. Doggies moving to 5th with 106.4%. So I'd like to get that percentage a little bit higher up. They've got the Giants next week at Marvels, so still going to be a bit of a tough matchup. And yeah, Essendon dropped to 9th, so they will not be finishing in the 8. Unless Carlton and Richmond and Adelaide lose and Giants lose by a bit of a margin. Then they can actually go back into the 8. But you think Carlton easily win against West Coast and yada yada. So yeah, fellas, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Always appreciate the support on the channel. Yeah, next week, obviously going to be doing my last 5 rounds. Squiggle ladder predictor. So that should be good. Try and take the predictions with a grain of salt, though, because, you know, it's hard to predict those last 5 rounds. But yeah, the ladder's starting to tighten up. Doggies outclassing the Dons by 41 points. Fellas, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, if you've got nothing on Saturday night, if you're not normal and can't be bothered, obviously, watching the game of the year, 1v2 Port Adelaide versus Collingwood. Would love to watch that game, but I can't because they decided to have the same fucking game when the Swans are playing. Come, feel free to say hi and get the stream on tomorrow night, as we'll obviously be streaming the Swannies game as we take on Freo at Optus. If not, fellas, have a good weekend. Stay safe. Catch you later.